you actually saw these ladies as rats. This fucking idiot. No problem, Chioma. You're the queen of Shiva, queen of Zamunda. You're the reason right now. Can I this ungrateful riffraff, this scumbag of the earth, this local animal. Wakala. Yay, no bad time. Go.
Okay. Wow. That was a lot to swallow. Hey guys, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. You already know, and I am the girl with the T. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. So, as usual, I just want to first of all thank all of you amazing people for leaving all you have going on for you this weekend to joining this conversation. You all, oh my God. See, take your flowers. Take your flowers. You guys are the realest MVPs. Thank you all so much. I know that this live stream is kind of impromptu. Not really impromptu because I announced it yesterday during the Saturday live stream. But I just want to let you all know that on this channel, we have our family meetings, our family conversations in the form of our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream every Saturday by 3 p.m. WAT. So today's conversation is more of like, I don't know, should I say a makeup for not being able to touch up on the conversation of the Real Housewives of Lagos, all right? Yesterday, we talked about the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion, and it went on for over 3 hours, almost 3 hours, 30 minutes. That was a long time. And you all stayed through to the end. That was a long time. That was a lot of minutes spent having conversations. And so it wasn't proper for me that we should just continue with the Real Housewives conversation. And that was why I announced that we're going to have this conversation today. So I appreciate all of you for coming through. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Yes, may your pocket not be dry. All right, guys. Now moving on straight up into the conversation. Oh my God. You see, I think it was yesterday that someone sent me a portion of the snippet of episode 11 of the Real Housewives of Lagos that we did not get to see. So apparently, the actual video itself, the actual snippet, normally after every episode of the show, we will see the snippet of what's going to happen or what to expect from the next episode. And a little birdie whispered in my ears that episode 11 that we will be watching this week Friday is supposedly is it the last episode of the season? I am not really sure, but someone whispered it in my ears. I don't know if it's legit information, but let's just leave it at that. But I just said I should put it out there. So someone sent me the video and I was shook. I'm like, no way. You see that part where Chioma pushed Iyabo and Iyabo, unconsciously sort of pushed Caroline to the floor? Guys, that part was not, part of the snippet that we were shown at the end of episode 10. It wasn't, because I had to go back to Sherry Max. I had to rewind. I'm like, hey, okay, this is rich. This is quite interesting, guys. And I started doing a lot of analysis in my head. Number one, how did he get to that level? Because we all know that as far as the show is concerned, Chioma and Caroline, they are the besties of the show. They are the besties. We know that Toya and Laura, they are friends. Mariam and Toya, they're also friends. But the friendship that Chioma and Caroline have been sharing this entire season of the show, guys, it's been really deep. It's been filled with mutual respect. I mean, both ladies, they respect each other so much. They respect each other's hustle. I mean, they are both classy, put together, comportment. They are jokes, they are inside jokes, guys. It's beautiful to watch. So everybody knows that, okay, fine, Chioma and Caroline, they are besties. But then, what we saw on that snippet, guys, no way. That went from 0 to 100. I mean, I would have accepted, if we saw a particular episode where Chioma and Caroline were arguing, I mean, friends actually argue, right? Friends have their little sparks of altercations here and there. So it's a normal thing. But Chioma and Caroline getting to the point of getting physical. Nah, That was unheard of, guys. That was unheard of. I mean, a lot of people have said that, oh, they say they saw it coming that Chioma and Caroline were eventually going to have a fallout. To be very frank with you all, I saw an argument coming, but I did not see them getting physical to the level that Chioma would get really aggressive, enraged and aggressive to push. I wasn't wondering, Chioma, Caroline is in front of Iyabo. Why did you go and push Iyabo to now go and land on Caroline? I don't understand. What the hell was even going on at that video? But you know what? I cannot really say for sure what really led to that point because, hey guys, we have to wait till episode 11 is released to get the full scoop, of how this whole drama got to that point. But as I was saying, questions that, got stuck in my head as I was watching that snippet was, how did he get to that part? Of course, we heard Caroline during bits and pieces of her confessionals talking about, oh, Chioma used to tell her that the other ladies, they were rats. So what's up with all this chom 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 chom? And we all know who calls Chioma chom chom. I think it's Iyabo mostly that calls Chioma chom chom. So it might be, guys. This is just a very very innocent speculation that I'm doing based off of what we saw and heard on that snippet, right? So picture it this way, right? Caroline was complaining that that is what Chioma had said, called the ladies rats, probably not up to the kind of people that she would on a normal day love to hang out with. And then all of a sudden, they are on a Dubai trip to celebrate Tiannah 45, and Chioma is getting all cozy with the other ladies that she had possibly referred to as Raz to Caroline. And Caroline was not having it because she probably felt like, okay, that is Chioma being fake and hypocritical. And then they had probably tried to have a conversation about it, and it had resulted into that explosive altercation that led to physical fights that we saw. So, guys, that is what my brain is telling me. Although I am not really sure. As I said, we'll have to wait till. Oh, someone is asking what does Raz mean? Okay, in Nigerian context, Raz means ladies or people that are not classy. All right, it's just the direct opposite of being classy. When they say you are uncouth, it's like you are not refined. So when someone says, "Oh, you are crude," yes, it means you are not refined. Oh, you are Raz, it means you are not classy. You are not comported. You cannot carry yourself like a classic person. So that's what Raz means, right? So guys, that was what I was just calculating in my head. That could it be that this is what is going on? And the other side of Chioma shouting, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are now besties now." Guys, sorry, this my wig is not sitting properly on my head. So the other side was Chioma shouting, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are now besties. We are now besties." And I was wondering once again, who is Chioma's new bestie on the show? Guys, I don't understand. But I'm not really surprised because some of the ladies so far, they've had one-on-one interviews, right? We've heard Caroline's interview, we've heard Toya's interview, we've heard Chioma's interview. I've reviewed all of those interviews on my channel. If you haven't seen those conversations, just check out my Real Housewives of Lagos playlist. And who else has had? Oh, Tiannah. Okay, I mentioned it that Toya has had an interview. I don't think Mariam, Laura, and Iyabo has yet had an interview, though I am looking forward to seeing them having their own one-on-one interview. Although Iyabo and Mariam, they've actually had interviews when the show started, but it was just random questions and answers, nothing that deep. But these other three people that I mentioned, they've actually had very, very extensive interviews that kind of shed more light about the show from their own perspective, right? So when I saw that snippet once again, guys, I knew that okay, there was something brewing. And as I mentioned before, I thought it was going to be an altercation, like an argument, some sort of fallout, verbal fallout. I wasn't expecting anything physical. And during Caroline's interview, she made a lot of statements like, oh, she was the one that actually blocked Chioma, or followed Chioma on Instagram and blocked Chioma. And when they asked her why, she said there were a lot of things that she saw on the show that just made her feel like, nah, this is not the kind of person I want to have in my corner. And I am guessing innocently now that it could be that it was because of what she saw in Dubai. Now, guys, let's cast our mind back to the events of the night the ladies had the safari ride, the camelback ride, and had witnessed the belly dancers and the fire playing guy, thingy, thingy, whatever. That was the same night, the same scene we saw Toyin's husband, Halagbaja Mark's husband, permit me to say, paying her a surprise visit in Dubai because, of course, it was still her birthday. So, if you all cast your mind back to that particular scene, as we saw on episode 10, Chioma and Caroline, they had bought jewelries, right? And the people that had actually marketed those jewelries to them, I told them that they can actually engrave their personal names or initials on the jewelries. And during Caroline's confessional, she had said that both of them had decided to buy. They want to do twinning. And we all know that, that kind of secondary school vibe or even university or college vibes, when you love someone so much as your best friend, sometimes you want to have some certain kind of ensembles that's going to align both of you together, that's going to symbolize your friendship. You could have like a trinket like this, something like this, and say, oh, yeah, I am a bestie. We have something like this. So when Caroline mentioned that during their confessionals, I was just laughing. I'm like, from history, history has it that best friends that are very, very quick to having trinkets to show a sign of their loyalty to each other, such kind of friendships, there's a very, very minimal percentage that it lasts. That was the first thing that came to my head. Because guys, I had seen way too many. My before bestie that both of us, we had necklaces, to symbolize our friendship. Guys, we're no longer together. It's been how many years now? We're no longer best friends. We've moved on greatly with our lives. Yes. So when I saw that, I was just having a good laugh that, okay, let's wait for the disaster that's going to happen after this. And another thing that I saw that kind of made me feel that could have been the genesis. Okay, no, not really the genesis, because of course the genesis of Caroline's doubt of Chioma's friendship and vice versa, Chioma's doubt as well of Caroline's loyalty to their friendship was when Laura and Caroline had that crazy fight in episode 8, I think, if I am not mistaken. Yes. And Chioma initially was sitting down watching everything play out unfold. And Caroline had kind of thrown Chioma under the bus by revealing details of the conversation that they had had away from the ladies, right? Chioma had picked offense, and Caroline too had looked at Chioma like, okay, what's going on here? So I felt like that was the beginning of both of them doubting their loyalty to their friendship. So that's number one. So at the Dubai trip, one of the scenes I saw that made me strongly believe that, okay, this is probably where Caroline started getting triggered, was when Toyin had gone to meet her husband and was, of course, twerking for him. Yeah, and the guy was, of course, taking pictures. Chioma had actually led, what's her name now? Iyabo away from the other two women or three women. Remember, it was now left with Caroline, Mariam, and Laura seated there. Chioma had moved away with Iyabo. What were they talking about? Of course, Chioma was seeking advice from Iyabo about Laura's general apology. Guys, if you all cast your mind back to that same episode 10, Laura had actually tendered a general apology to all the ladies. Not really like a heartfelt apology, in my opinion. We're gonna analyze episode 10, guys, because that episode, after my review, it caused a lot of problem in my comment section. Yes, and I'm going to address it. I'm going to address certain things that some people said to me. Yes, but let's just move on with what we're talking about first. So it was left with Caroline, Mariam, and Laura, right? And I could kind of relate with how Caroline felt. I mean, if I have someone that I see as my best friend in such a crowd that things get really, really hot and cold very, very quickly, I would expect that my best friend will be by my side. I'm not saying that my best friend should not mingle with other people, but what are you talking about with someone that's so serious that you cannot talk to me about as well, right? So I could understand how Caroline was feeling at that point in time. Because, of course, we know that Caroline could not really have a meaningful conversation with Laura. She and Laura, they had not trashed out their issues. So the only person Caroline would have probably been able to have some chit-chat moments with would have been Mariam. And we all know Mariam's stance with all the beef that's going on in the group. Mariam wants to be Switzerland. So she would rather have conversations with Laura and also have conversations with Caroline, just switch between both ladies. And we just didn't know what was going on in that corner. But Chioma excusing Iyabo from the rest of the group to go and have a private conversation, she was basically seeking advice from Iyabo with regards to Laura's general apology asking Iyabo what Iyabo thinks. Does Iyabo think it's genuine? Does Iyabo think that, oh, they should, just basically asking, what do you think we should do if Laura automatically switches? Because guys, we know that as far as the Real Housewives of Lagos is concerned, from episode to episode, Laura has a track record of switching like a chameleon. 1 second she's really, really excited. The next minute, oh, Chioma Carolyna, Chioma Carolyna. So Laura is very, very unstable with her emotions and with her personality on the show. So I understood as well why Chioma had to go and seek Iyabo's advice. However, I was silently criticizing Chioma in my mind. Like, okay, girl, I understand that you might have good intentions, seeking advice from Iyabo, but in my frank opinion, I felt like if Chioma was to have that conversation with anybody, she should have that conversation with Caroline. Why? By virtue of the fact that both of them, they are friends on the show. So somehow I could understand how Caroline was feeling, that if I were to be in Caroline's shoes, I will feel weird. I'll feel awkward that, okay, what's going on here? And guys, another reason why I could not really 100% blame Chioma at that point in time is that in the previous episodes, especially in episode 8 and episode 9, when she was explaining, even during her own interview as well. Yeah, I analyzed that interview. Yeah, so she had explained that she was trying to mingle with the rest of the ladies. That formally, when the season started, episode by episode, we'll see how she would sit side by side with Caroline, But as time went on, when she saw the plenty attacks from, Laura especially, and some of the other ladies, like Toya, of course, and especially when they made that statement about Caroline being a follow to her, that kind of thing, she now started trying to detach herself from Caroline, not because she did not like Caroline's energy or Caroline's company, but because she wanted to, give the ladies the impression that, listen, I'm for everybody. I'm not only for Caroline. I and Caroline, we are not trying to separate ourselves from, the rest of the group. That was what she explained during her interview. So she said that afterwards, she had started ensuring that when they had their gatherings, she would not want to sit too close to Caroline. She would either sit close to Iyabo or maybe just find somewhere else to sit. Right. And if we all cast our minds back to which particular dinner was that, I think it was the Mariam's dinner. I think Chioma was sitting beside Laura. Yeah. So that was Chioma's own explanation. So I kind of could reason why she had chosen to have that consultation session with Iyabo instead of her friend, instead of her bestie, Caroline. But at the same time, I felt kind of bad for Caroline because I felt like, Iyabo cannot really relate because Iyabo has not been under the heat of Laura's attacks. It's you, Chioma, and Caroline that has been at the receiving end of Laura's attacks. So if there was anybody that you should have had such a conversation with, I felt like it should have been rightly Caroline. So guys, that was just the way I was thinking about it. Yeah. So by the time I saw that snippet of episode 11, it just clicked in my head that, could it be that it was after that scenario that Caroline started really watching what was going on? And it could also be that after that scenario, Chioma had been more closer to Iyabo. Chioma had probably been, mingling more with the rest of the ladies, all in a bid to not be too attached to Caroline. And there was also one of Chioma's confessionals that she had mentioned that she doesn't want to find herself in a position where she is enemies with Caroline's enemies. She wants to be free in the group. She wants to be friends with everybody. But then we can all imagine as well that Caroline just might not be the sort of person that can handle her friend, neglecting her partially or probably completely to go mingle with other people. So what I would say is let's just exercise patience and wait and see, the episode 11, and maybe we'll probably find out the real reason why that physical attack from Chioma had actually happened. Or it could be that Caroline had said something offensive to Chioma and that had, triggered her to react, or could it be that Chioma is kind of hot-tempered and had reacted the way she did? We'll find out in episode 11. Now, I'm just going to quickly talk about certain things from episode 10. Yes, and then I'll share the link to this conversation. If you have anything to say or contribute, just go ahead and click on the link and join. Now let's talk about Laura from episode 10. I said a lot of things, and as usual, Laura's fans came and attacked me. Now, I used the word emotional manipulation. I felt like that was the game, in quotes, that Laura played in that particular episode. The episode started with Laura, trying to be all remorseful. Oh, I feel lonely, I feel alone, I'm going through my own emotional issues, blah, blah, blah. And I felt kind of touched that, wow, I feel bad for Laura. Nobody should feel that way, especially when you have your own emotional stress going on for you. Just when I was about to be bought over by Laura's, opening up, being vulnerable in front of the cameras, the next thing I saw again was Laura during a confessional saying that, okay, she needs attention. That, oh, since she got to Dubai, she has not gotten attention. She needs attention. She needs attention. Guys, that was when I knew that, okay, 100% Laura plans all her dramas. And I said it on the video I reviewed. I said it. I said, no, there's no way one person would 1 minute claim that, oh, they are going through emotional struggles, they are feeling alone, blah, blah, blah. And then the next minute, a conversation is happening around the table. Everybody is trying to have dinner. Mind you, these ladies, they've been traveling for hours. They've been on flight for hours. They were tired. And then that was time for them to eat and catch up. And Laura decided to choose that time to seek attention by causing more drama. And how did she start? Of course, she started by saying that she was going to take them for safari ride, which was actually a great idea, right? And then just when I thought Laura was going to leave it at that, she decided to come at Caroline, which I felt was completely unnecessary because, hey, if you want to throw out a general apology, you can as well go ahead and do it. And for those of you that are already calculating your mind, oh, Glory, get over Laura. It's a show. Yes, it's a show. And that is why we're analyzing it. So I am saying that courtesy demands. People are trying to eat. You want to throw out a general apology. You could have just gone ahead and done so. Oh, guys, by the ways, I'm sorry for all of my behaviors, everything that I've done to upset you all, blah, 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 blah. I want us to be on good terms. I want us to have fun, blah, 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 blah. I hope we're all good, blah. End of story. Continue your eating, drink wine, and have fun. But Laura decided to call Caroline. Oh, yes, I know that me and Caroline, blah, 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 we had a fight. I should apologize to Caroline, but I'm not going to do that right now. You don't have to say that you don't want to apologize. That is you trying to start up something. That is you trying to trigger something. We know that since Laura and Caroline had their fight, they had not had a conversation. They've not squashed it. They've not resolved their issues. So for me, I felt like that was Laura triggering something. And it was very glaring on that episode that Laura had actually pre-informed the viewers that she needed attention, and that was her own way of being the drama all over again. But no, her fans, they came at me. Oh, Glory! Da, 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 da. Take Laura's apology for what it was. I mean, this was somebody that also apologized. Okay, before we even go to Mariam's apology, you want to address everybody on the table. And why don't you didn't go ahead and say what you wanted to say? You had to call Caroline. Yes, Caroline, I'm talking to you. That was freaking rude. That was rude. Knowing fully well that you've not squashed your beef with this particular person, and you're going ahead to address the person like that, knowing fully well that this person will be triggered all over again. So imagine if another fight broke out and it ended up scattering Toyin's birthday. Toyin will get upset again. And of course, she will definitely attack Laura. And again, Laura's fans will come out again and say that, oh, Toyin is a backstabbing friend. Toyin is a betrayer. Toyin, blah, 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 blah. But it's quite interesting that you people do not want to open your eyes and see how triggering and provocative Laura is. When she wants to do something, she would inform the viewers, oh, this is what I want to do, because she knows that it's going to cause drama. And she has bagged the title of the drama of the show. The other day, she posted a picture on her Instagram page, and what did she tag it? Main character energy. You know, people that like main character energy, the people that always likes attention, they want to be the center of attention. And that was exactly what Laura did. She felt left out. And not because it was any of the ladies' fault, but because it was her own fault. She chose to seclude herself from that conversation, even though she was on that table. And then just when, and guys, you know the annoying part, there's so many ways that you can draw attention to yourself without being nasty and unnecessarily uncouth or even or even overly dramatic. There's so many ways with emotional intelligence, of course. But then Laura chose to do it that way, in a provocative and dramatic way. And guys, did you see her facial expression when Caroline stood up and said she was going to use the restroom? That facial expression, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a typical Nigerian, you will understand that that facial expression meant, yes, I got her where I wanted to get her. That was Laura's facial expression. Yes. But it's quite interesting that her fans, they see all these things, but they choose to turn a blind eye to it because at the end of the day, for them, oh, Laura is also human. And look at the way the ladies are treating her. And I'm asking myself, how are the ladies treating Laura? When someone is constantly being provocative, people are going to be walking around that person and tiptoeing around that person because for them, that person is like a ticking time bomb. They don't know when that person is going to tick off. And just exactly as Chioma said, Laura chooses when to go off and when to go cold. And it's wrong. But hey, it's a show, right? So let's leave that. Someone is saying, I don't believe Laura wanted to seek attention at the dinner glory. Since she was burdened up, we can't choose for her when to apologize. Oh, please give me a break. Please. I choose to unsee that. Anyways, as I was saying, let's move on to Mariam's apology. That apology that Laura gave to Mariam, it wasn't genuine. And it wasn't like Gloria Elijah is the one saying that it's not genuine. It was obvious from the way she tendered that apology. And during her diary session, or rather her confessionals, she said it, that she did not mean the apology, that she does not owe Mariam any apologies. What do we have to say about that? Oh, but people will still come and say that, oh yes, it's Gloria Elijah that is saying that Laura's apology was fake. And then moving on, she tendered the apology. But then, guys, they went on the bus on their way to the safari, and she still secluded herself from the rest of the women. Guys, what do you call such a behavior? 1 minute you are being like this, the other minute you are being like this. It's like the two parts of your brains, they are at war with each other. This side of your brain is telling you be nice. The other part is telling you no, don't be nice. You think you are weak. How do you tag such a personality trait? It's exhausting, to be very honest. I understand that it's quite entertaining, but it's exhausting. Anyways, let's move on to something else. I understand that a lot of you have your own contrary opinion to mine. It's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, this is my opinion, all right? My opinion does not mean that it is the facts that you must accept. No. I'm telling you what I saw from that episode, from the show itself. All right. So if you have anything contrary, don't worry. I'm going to share the link to this conversation soon, and you'll be able to air your own views as well. I can also do that, all right, in the comment section. Let me just quickly read some of your comments. This one is from, let me see. So this one is from Tiannah. Tiannah said, Glory, stop reading unnecessary meaning to things. Caroline walking out doing a speech is rude. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Tam Barry said, oh, Glory, please just make sure to come with this energy after episode 11. Of course, we're going to see episode 11, my dear. Naya said, you owe no one explanation, Glory. You are entitled to your own opinion. Don't please anyone. As for our fans, they fail to study human behavior and personality. You just analyze it in your own opinion. Thank you very much, Naya. And Chima said, Caroline was actually the one feeling too important to myself. Okay. Deborah said, Christina, no one says it's right, but that apology from Laura, oh please, even in her confessional, she said that she was just tired and hooked with them in the house. Exactly. Elle said, Christina, is that how you talk to friends? Talk less of someone you aren't friends with? Perfect question. Christina, please answer us. Chima said, Laura could have as well not apologized, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Fake or real, there was an apology, period. Okay. Dorothy said, well said, Glory. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyways, guys, just keep the comments coming. Let me quickly move on to the other things I wanted to talk about. Yes. So I was going to talk about Twins' way of handling Laura. In my opinion, I feel like that was simply amazing. It went to show that Twin can be very patient. And to be very honest, if the way Laura is on the show is the way she is in real life. Guys, I'm going to tell you for real. It's not easy to be friends with such attitude. It's not easy. You will find yourself constantly trying to please such people. You will find yourself constantly having to take the blame for every single thing that happens between you and that person. Why? Because that person will never accept or even agree that they are at fault. Another reason why I said that Laura was being emotionally manipulative on episode 10 was because when Toyin had gone to check up on her, that was like the final scene before the snippet of episode 11. When Toyin had gone to her, she wanted to, during her confessional, she had actually said or even confessed that she felt bad that Mariam was the one that pulled off the surprise of bringing Toyin's husband to Dubai. She wished she was the one that did it. She was feeling very, very bad. Once again, I was almost sold out to Laura's emotional purgation of emotions. That's what we call it. But then Toyin had come to meet her in her room. I was thinking that Laura was going to even humble herself and, bring humble herself and accept her fault for, just whatever she did. Because of course, you come for your friend's birthday and you're being all moody, you're bringing some kind of negative energy. It's not right. It's not right. And I'll tell you guys, something like this actually happened to me before. I had a certain friend, and it was my friend's birthday, guys. I was on my period. In fact, I had been running around. I took this friend to the market. I told this friend, you know what, I'm taking you shopping. And guys, how much was my salary back then? I was actually earning peanuts. When I say peanuts, real peanuts. My salary as at that time was below 100,000 naira per month. I was doing a 9 to 5 job intensively in a particular office. So I received my salary and I had taken this, my friend, to the market, local market, of course. And this friend of mine had been saying that, oh, she wanted this particular color of hair, she wanted this, she wanted that. And I had stored that in my head. So I had taken my friend to the market. My salary just dropped in my account. Immediately after work, I just told my friend, okay, you know what, let's take public bus, we're going to the market. And we went to the market. And that day, I think I spent about 25 to 30,000 naira out of my peanut salary. I'm telling you, my salary just dropped. I had not bought anything for myself. Normally, when my salary drops, I send money to my mom for upkeep. I send money to my kid brother who was in school at that time. And I put some of the money in my savings account. So at the end of the day, there's nothing much left to me personally to use. So just because I loved this friend so much, I took my friend to the market and made the salary drop. I had not dealt with my obligations. I spent about 30,000, which at that time was millions in my eyes, because yes, let me work for that money. So I bought that thing, blah, blah, blah. So she had this boyfriend. The boyfriend came, took us out to the club, and I just ensured that she had a great time. And she was so happy. And the boyfriend gave her money, go shopping. And she went shopping and she bought a lot of bags. And she bought a lot of clothes. We're actually living together. And guess what? Of the multitude of things that she bought, she did not even give me one single thing. Say, oh, take this stuff. And I did not complain, because for me, oh my God, my friend is happy. I am happy. Guess what? So this is the deal, yeah? This is my friend's birthday. We share the same birthday month, right? There's about 20 something days interval between her own birthday and mine. So when it was my own birthday, okay, I didn't even mention that on the night of her birthday, while we were at the club, my period started. So I was literally on, but I had to do all what I could to ensure that my friend had fun. And normally when my period starts, the first day and the second day, I have crazy intense menstrual cramps that literally puts me to the floor and I'm buckled all over and my tummy is aching me. So imagine the excruciating pain I was going through on that particular night. But I did not tell my friend that I was on my period, just because I wanted my friend to be happy and have fun. I did not want to bring any spoilers. So I bared all of that pain. It was the money that I had left my account, my miserable account at that time. So when it was my own birthday, guess what? My friend started forming moodiness. And this person I'm talking about today, this person is very excited. Tomorrow, the person has a mood. So it gets exhausting sometimes, but because it's my friend, let me just put up with all of that. So on my own birthday, my birthday fell on a Tuesday. And I understand Tuesday is a work day of the week. So I was really eager to do something about it because, hey, I'm out of my parents' house, I'm leaving my friends, and I felt like, oh, we should have fun. My friend started forming moodiness, like she was angry about something. And try as I could to find out what the issue was, my friend was not giving any responses. So thankfully, my friend's friend, who happens to be my very good friend today, was around in the house. And my friend, that one was like, are you not going to do anything? It's your birthday. You're not getting any younger. And I'm like, well, I don't know anywhere in this Lagos, so I don't know anywhere on the island. If you want to take me out. And that friend was like, you know what, let's go out, let's go out. And that was how I just made up my face. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go out. So I went out and the person, I just went out with the other girl. Guess what? My best friend did not come with us. It was much later that she was now communicating with the other person that, oh, where are people? And she came to come and meet us. And guys, regardless, I was really excited that my friend came out at the end of the day. But much later, after we went our separate ways, I thought about it. I thought about everything. I felt like, wow, this person really sucked me emotionally. When you're trying so hard to be there for someone, and then when it's your turn, they just come up with one flimsy mood swing, and then you are left lost. You're wondering, what did I do? That is not even the first scenario. There's been a lot. Why am I saying this? With regards to what Laura did, it's Tony's birthday. You call Tony my best friend, my best friend. I can die for you. If you are my loved one, I can die for you. But it's her birthday, and you did not even think about doing anything for Tony. You didn't. Instead, you were planning on how to come and execute your perfect plan of drama at Tony's birthday in Dubai, for that matter. You were planning on how to come and get attention. You were not being given attention. You were planning on how to come and get attention. And that was exactly what you did. And so when Mariam, who was reasonable enough or even rational enough to pull off that huge birthday surprise, did it, you were feeling bad that, oh, you were feeling jealous. You felt like you should have been the one to do that. And I'm like, why would you even remember that one when you were thinking of how to come and do with Chioma and Caroline as usual? So when she had had that conversation with Toyin, I was very optimistic that, wow, finally they're going to have a wonderful conversation. But guess what? Laura switched up the table on Toyin and was now blaming Toyin for the way she was feeling, was blaming Toyin for feeling bad. Guys, at that point in time, I felt like my head was going to explode. I'm like, what did Toyin do to you this time? Why are you blaming Toyin? For what? For exactly what? I'm like, oh, Toyin, I'm here because of you. Toyin, I came here because of you. And so, what did she do? You should be on my side. She should be on your side. Are you people going to go and fight war? I don't understand. Must it always be fights? You should be on my side. I mean, you just said in your confessionals that you want your friend back. You are sad. Why? And then when Tony was trying to explain to her that, listen, this is what you did, she now started crying. That was the point where I just said, you know what, this is some cheap emotional blackmail. It is cheap emotional blackmail. When you know that you're wrong about something and someone is trying to correct you and then you start crying. Because you know that the person that you're talking to is going to melt and come and console you. And that was exactly what happened. And then it was when Tony was now apologizing. And guys, look at the trick Laura used. Tony apologized to her first. Sorry, don't worry, I've got your brother. That was when she now apologized. Tony now asked her, tell me you miss me so that I will come back to you. She said, hey, I missed you. I'm like, rubbish. Rubbish. See, let me tell you, back in those days, that kind of thing will work on me. Now that I am woke, that I have sense, it's not going to work. As I said on my video, you're going to stew in your misery. I will be looking at you as you are crying. By the time you finish shedding those crocodile tears and you clean your eyes and your eye don't clear, I'll now sit you down and tell you you're wrong. Whether you accept it or not, as far as I tell you, that's it. So in my frank opinion, as usual, I felt like in episode 10, Laura perfectly displayed, planned, executed emotional manipulation. Yes, I don't care what the fans think, but that is what I saw on that episode. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and share the link to this conversation. I am seeing the comment section bubbling already. Wow, Laura's fans, they are really, really working. Working harder than them. So let me just go ahead and, share the link. If you have anything contrary to what I have said, it's okay. I mean, we mustn't all have the same opinion about everything. So I'm just going to share the link right now. Please feel free to come on here and share your own thoughts, all right? So I have shared it. All right, I shared it. So if you want to, share your own thoughts about the Real Housewives of Lagos, about the Chioma and Caroline snippet, as well as what happened in episode 10, just go ahead and click on the link and you'll be on the live right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So whilst we are waiting for those of you that would like to join the conversation virtually, I'm just gonna go ahead and read the comments on here. Wow, there's a lot of comments actually. Okay, let me see. Um, okay, so this one is from Litelu said, okay, she's responding to Christiana. Okay, just gonna leave that there. And then this one is from Deborah. Okay, Deborah is responding to Chima. Okay. Vivian, food mistress, said Laura simply lacks accountability and it's a toxic behavior. I agree, 100%. I agree. I mean, we've seen it happen several times over and over on the show. Laura does something, she never wants to take responsibility for her actions. She's always passing on the blame. She's always giving off the impression that it is because of this person that I did this thing. And I'm like, if you're an adult, you should learn to take responsibility for your actions. You shouldn't be blaming people all the time for the things you do. You're not a robot. Nobody controls your brain or your arm or your legs or the things that comes out of your mouth. If you want to breathe your tongue, you breathe your tongue. This one is from Emmanuel. Said, how about apologizing for the sake of peace, even when you do not mean it? That's what I'm saying. I mean, if she had just approached that conversation apologizing for the sake of peace, then it would have made a lot of sense. But going ahead to go and start triggering Caroline. Yes, Caroline, I'm talking to you. Caroline knows that you're talking to her already because you already mentioned her name. You did not have to do that. And you see, this is something people don't really understand about conversational cues. When you're having conversations with people, there are certain things you do not want to say, especially if that person is not your friend. Certain things you say can come across as provocative. And that is why whenever I'm reviewing the show, I always say Laura on the show because I don't know this Laura or any of the women in real life. So that's that. Pabi said, who else noticed when Toyin was busy twerking for her hobby? That was happy. I saw that part and it was such a sweet moment. I really loved that part. I mean, for the first time, Toyin was caught up in her own world with her husband, and it was just so sweet seeing both of them dancing together. Although, as I mentioned, that mask on the husband's face, it's high time the producers of the show they threw away that mask because it's exhausting now. So Chima said, Deborah, you guys said it's fake, but for her, it was an apology. I mean, she was feeling lonely and excluded from the group. Well, nobody made her feel lonely. She made herself feel lonely. So it's nobody's fault. Hello. 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 Okay. If you want to join the conversation, if you have multiple gadgets opened in front of you, I would advise that you either use your headphones or turn off one of your gadgets, all right, so that you can actually hear your own self and we can also hear you. So as I mentioned earlier, if you have anything to say to contribute, just click on the link and join the conversation. So going back to the comments, Deborah is responding to Emmanuel. She typed, if she was apologizing for peace, that's another reasonable excuse. Not bad, but we both know it wasn't for peace, but because she was stuck with them, lol, and all the ladies knew it too. Okay. I would just said, in as much as Laura is a drama queen, I feel like when she apologized, the ladies would have still tried to mingle with her. The four of them using the same car to the penthouse and leaving her was extreme. Did we watch the same episode at all? I don't understand. Okay, I'm sorry, Audrey, but this particular scene you're talking about, I did not see or hear that the ladies left her behind. As far as I'm concerned, after that apology, I think it was the next day, they were going to the safari and they were inside the same bus. Laura was not on another bus. They were inside the same bus. And we all saw the structure of that bus. We saw the layout of that bus. There was an entire space that the ladies could actually fit in and have fun. But Laura chose not to be a part of that space. She chose to go and stay on another side of the bus. And we all saw that side of the bus. That side of the bus was tight. So it would have been quite ridiculous that five ladies would go and join Laura in that tight space instead of her to go and join the five ladies in that spacious part of the bus. So I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't understand where you saw that part. Hi,
Hello, hi Glory.
good evening. You're welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. I'm calling from Uganda actually. That's East Africa. I don't know if you know.
Nice. Nice. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being.
This is actually my first time to ever call on any channel or whatsoever, but I really like you. I like the way you analyze things.
Thank you so much for joining. Wow. Welcome.
So for me, Laura is so exhausting as a person. And I pity Toyi because every time something happens, she gets the blame. Why are you not defending me or what and what? But she didn't ask you to actually create the drama. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
tell you to go and attack people. So if
Mm-hmm.
her friends are feeling some type of way, they should look at the person actually, because we're
Mm-hmm.
also watching the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, Toyi really tries for Laura because she ends up apologizing for nothing she didn't do. Like she's trying to defend you, even though she knows you're in the wrong. So for you to sit and then feel like, oh, my friend, what and what, why don't you try to involve yourself?
Exactly.
Imagine
Exactly.
Caroline, like they are not friends as such, according to the tweets we received, but she participated. She
Mm-hmm.
was having fun. Choma, they were all vibing, and you're seated in the corner, and then you're like, "Oh, my friend, like, come on, stand up, join the ladies, and then have fun with
Mm-hmm.
them." It's
Mm-hmm.
simple. And
Mm-hmm.
then one funny thing, I didn't expect Toyi to even look for her in
Mm-hmm.
her room. I thought it would rather be Laura, since it was Toyin's birthday. I thought Laura would feel responsible, look for Toyi, apologize, and then move on, since you want to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why
Exactly.
fans are not seeing what we are seeing. It's so simple. She wants the attention, but in a wrong way. Chioma
Mm-hmm.
always gets the attention, but she doesn't fight anybody. She's literally seated like a queen, and people are listening to her. Whether she comes late, I
Mm-hmm.
understand, but she doesn't fight anyone. She doesn't. She's seated there, but still getting the attention. She's involved. I really don't know. For Laura, she needs healing, maybe, because her personality is really. I don't know if she's bipolar or something, because she's seeing things we're not seeing, basically. So that is my.
When I was analyzing this,
Mm,
yeah, when I was reviewing the episode 10, this actually caused a problem for one of the viewers. So,
yeah.
for those of you, and I'm going to throw this question out there, for those of you that understand psychology, human behavior, personality traits, I would love
I
to throw this question at you. You do?
understand.
Okay. So, in this, especially in this episode 10, do you think Laura portrayed some characteristics of one who is bipolar or not? I'm not saying you guys should agree with me or not, but I'm just asking a question. Because that was what I said. I said, because it's 1 minute she's feeling bad about what she did. Oh, she wants to, make peace. And then the next minute, she's spoiling for another problem. Oh, I'm not getting attention. It's time for me to get the attention. Since I came to Dubai, I'm not getting the attention. And the way she was behaving, like, oh, it's a very urgent matter she had to address. And I felt, nah, this is one of those characteristics that one with bipolar exhibits. And someone came and commented, bipolar disorder is a mental disorder, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, let me just let me just keep quiet because when you when people want to attack your opinion sometimes, I always advise please do your own research. All right. You don't have to agree with someone else's opinion, but you can as well do your own research. If you know, I mean, go and check. You see that one who acts bipolar, they exhibit some level of instability. 1 minute they are hot, 1 minute they are cold. You
So
know,
also, like, these people comment on things they don't even understand. Before you attack someone for their view, first go and read about bipolar. Bipolar has behavior signs that someone has bipolar. Because if you're seeing things that other people are not seeing, if you feel in your head people are on you, even when they're doing their own stuff, like she focuses on Caroline and then Choma, and then she's like, oh, they're doing this or to get back at me. Like, bipolar people do that. It's like something is in the mind telling them stuff that is not real. They are not, like, the mind is not working in a realistic way. So for
mm-hmm,
people arguing that she's not what and what, she may intentionally be acting bipolar, yet she's not also.
mm-hmm,
But we are going to comment. If you behave a certain way, we will tell you. If you don't like it,
exactly.
change. If you don't like it, change, because you've seen people are telling you what it is.
And that's why every time I want to review the show, I always put out the disclaimer that whatever I am analyzing about these women is based on their character that they exhibit on the show. I cannot categorically say that, oh, this woman, this is how they are, because I don't know them from Adam. I don't know their personal lives. I don't know how they behave when they're with their family, with their friends, with the people that really know them. So the analysis is always based off of what we see. And two women now have attested to the fact that Laura is actually putting up an act, possibly for entertainment. And it's okay if we point out what she is doing, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with pointing out what she's doing. So if she chooses to act like a narcissist, is it narcissist or narcissist? We can still point that out because that is exactly what she's doing. Always seeking attention, always wanting to do the drama, always wanting to be the main character. That is exactly what she's gone in for on the show. That's exactly what she's doing. And I don't think there's anything wrong in stating that out. So someone in the comment section, Celine the Wingy, is saying, let me read Celine's comment, and it's quite interesting. Celine wrote, how can you people be so insensitive? Laura is pregnant! Exclamation mark. Dear Celine, can I ask you a very honest question? And if you are brave enough to come on this virtual conversation, please do. We'd love to see your face and hear from you. Has there been any episode that Laura has mentioned during her confessionals that she's pregnant? Has there been any episode? And that's what we are talking about, analyzing the show as we see it unfold, episode by episode. Laura might be pregnant. There's a possibility that she's pregnant. All well and good. But as far as I'm concerned, we don't officially know. But I have thrown that question in the comment section of my videos, and I've asked the women who are pregnant correctly, the women who have been pregnant before, the ones that have kids, that is that how people that are pregnant behave.
Yeah, I'm losing you, Glory.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Agnes? Okay, I think I should remove you and add you again. So Agnes, if you can, if you're still on this live stream, just let me add you again. Okay. Hello, Agnes. Can you hear me now? Hello. Okay. Agnes, just try and reconnect your network, all right? So that's the question I asked, and I'm going to throw this question again. For you, Celine, is that how people that are pregnant behave? Please, I would love to hear from women who have been pregnant before, women who have kids. Would love to know. Let me continue with your comments. Agnes, please, if you can just work on your network connection, all right. You can just work on your network connection so that I can add you back because my network is actually really stable today. Glory to God. I don't know about yours. So please just go ahead. And for those of you who are watching, if you would love to join this conversation, the link is in the comment section. All right. Just click on the link and I'll be able to add you on here. So, in case you're wondering what we're talking about, we're discussing the Chioma and Caroline's fight, the snippets that we saw for episode 11, right? There was a big fight between Chioma and Caroline. I have given my own perspective about that clip. I cannot really say a lot about it yet because the episode has not been aired. So we don't really know how and what led to that fight. But I've just given you guys already bits and pieces of what I think. So if you have anything contrary to that, or you have anything you want to add, click on the link and let's talk about it. And we're also talking about what happened, the event of episode 10. I have given my own perspective about all that I saw, yes. And let me just continue with the comments. Still from Celine. Celine said Chioma is fake. Okay. Nancy said, "Don't bother. Oh God." Okay, responding to Celine. All right. Talkback said, "Please don't label Laura bipolar." Okay. Deborah said, "It is not shown to us that she's pregnant." You're all saying that should understand. As long as the show that we are watching does not portray that and she doesn't come out to give it as an excuse. Deborah, God bless you. That sums it up. Yes, I mean, Laura has never said in any of her confessionals that she's pregnant. The only thing close to her having an emotional meltdown is what she said during her early confessionals in episode 10, that she's having her own emotional issues. Laura did not come and say, "Oh, I'm actually pregnant. That's why I'm behaving the way I'm behaving." So please, let's focus on what we see on the show, what we are shown. All right. So Celine is still going on about Laura's pregnancy. She said, "Have you ever been pregnant? Do you know how difficult it is in the first 3 months?" Once again, Celine, we'll pose this question to you. Have you seen from episode 1 to 10 in any of the confessionals from Laura herself or from any of the ladies that it was announced officially that Laura is pregnant? If you can answer that question, then please, I think that would pretty much answer all of your questions in the comment section. Okay, so this one is from Food Mistress. Food Mistress said, narcissist personality disorder. They can die for attention, be it negative or positive one. They manipulate, will hurt you, and make you apologize for them hurting you. Sums it up. Sums it up once again. Topper said, sometimes pregnancy can make people. Sorry, let me look for that comment. God, I don't know where I threw that comment to. Okay. Oh my God. I've gone to go and stream it up. Anyways, I guess she was trying to say that sometimes pregnancy makes you do certain things. Okay, so Noye, I said pregnancy is a unique experience though if you cannot speak for many or all. Well, true. Nancy said she gave a hint in the beginning of the episode at the dining with her family. With her family. Which episode? I'm sure it's not this episode. Nazarene said, "I think Laura is just an attention whore. She has an inferiority complex. She is paranoid and has really low self-esteem." Well, anybody that watches the show can actually see that if we're being honest with ourselves. Free said, "Trying to join, but impossible." How is it impossible? Free, the link. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to click the link again. All right. I've dropped the link in the comment section for anybody that wants to join this conversation. It's open to everybody. You should just click on it and you'll be able to join. Okay. Elizabeth said hormonal changes can make someone lose temper easily. So if okay, I understand and I agree with that, but that brings to mind another question. So when you're pregnant, hey, did I say pregnant? Jesus Christ, English. So when you're pregnant, does it mean that when you're having your hormonal imbalances, does it mean that your change in temperament will only be directed to only one person, or it's going to be something that's actually spread across people around you? How does it work? We need explanations for that. This one is for G. G said Laura's behavior is really difficult to justify. Tambari said pregnancy effect is different for different folks. True. Elizabeth said it's possible that pregnancy affected her behavior. Okay. Queen said pregnancy is not an excuse for bad behavior. Okay. NK said it's only in Africa that women make excuses for pregnancy. Agnes said, oh, sorry, I lost connection. Agnes, you can still click on the link and join back, all right, if you want. All right. Um, Naya said, not all pregnant ladies behave the same way, though they have some similarities. True. Beatrice said, to be fair, the bus ride to the safari, the ladies did ignore Laura. We probably watched this different shows. Anyways, Martins Quinsley said, my question is, if Laura's pregnancy is making her lose her temper, then why was she being careful not to annoy Iyabo? Bless you for that question. Bless you. And guys, let's be very honest, right? Have we all noticed that Laura's, because everybody's talking about, oh, yeah, her pregnancy is making her misbehave, blah, blah, blah. But have we also noticed that all those are change in behavior, temperament, aggression, it never gets close to Iyabo. It never does. And it never gets close to Mariam as well. I mean, she apologized to Mariam's face, but in her confessional, she said that it's a fake apology. She could have as well told Mariam to her face, I'm not going to apologize to you. I do not owe you any apology. Deal with it. She could have done that. So, are we now trying to say that when people are pregnant, they have selective aggression? How does that work? I don't understand. Okay, so still reading your comments. Ayodele Joseph said, I love Laura's openness. She tells her mind in the confessional. Okay. Hi Lillian George, happy Sunday. So this one is from Chinasa. Chinasa said, but Laura is giving you all what to talk about. If she was the boring one, you won't be talking about her. Okay. Noye, I said, laugh Mahal. Okay, Limao. Who said that African statement? Now for you. Okay. Stella is saying, be kind and understanding. Some people are not as strong as they seem. She's a human being with feelings, even if she started the drama. Okay. Sometimes I wonder when people who are all saying that, oh, the other ladies are not being fair to Laura, especially on episode 10. Sometimes I wonder how they are going to react if they were in the shoes of the other ladies that Laura keeps picking on. Because to be very honest, people can only talk and talk and talk. But when it comes to the actual reality of them being in that exact situation, it's going to shock you how people are going to even overreact. And guys, I'm telling you that it's because this is a reality TV show. People are watching it. I'm telling you that most of these ladies, they are controlling themselves. Of course, Chioma lost her control, which you're going to see in episode 11. But I'm telling you that if this was actually real life, and these ladies are doing all what they are doing to each other, trust me, it's going to be dirty. They might never ever again even come together to have lunch, not to even talk of even having each other's contact anymore. But this is a reality TV show, right? Whether they are being paid or not, but they have a contract and an obligation to show up and turn up for their gatherings, for their conversations. So you will see that, okay, fine. Because, guys, one of such episodes that really, really baffled me was when, in episode 8, after Laura and Caroline had their fight, in my head, I was already telling myself that, God, I don't want to ever find myself in such a position. But if I was either Laura or Caroline, whichever of the ladies I was at that point in time, I don't think I will ever want to be a part of such a group again. Because number one, it's embarrassing fighting that way in public. Not even, let's forget about TV in front of the cameras now, but in public, fighting that way, number one, it's very, very, it's unrefined. It's very, very rash. Trust me. And for one to fight that way, it means that you must have been provoked beyond your limit. So I saw that and I said, wow, these ladies, they really have to put up with all of this. The shame of it all. It wouldn't even make me even show up anymore. Me, I not even show my face. Like, no way. Let me just go and lick my wounds. Honestly, if I were to be Caroline or even Laura, I would feel that way. But the next time we saw them, they are coming together again, and I'm like, ha, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Anyways, Letitia is saying she's trying to join with no luck. Why is everybody saying that they cannot join the conversation? Guys, please click on the link. Wow. Click on the link. You'll be able to join. The link is actually open for everybody. Ewo, what's happening today? Please, guys, this conversation is open for everybody. Please don't, it's not restricted to one person. So just click on the link, okay? Please click on the link and you'll be able to join. Okay, so let me just quickly go back to reading your comments. Okay, I've read this one. Good evening, Victoria. Okay, Jackie said pregnancy blackmail. Banker said, are you anti-Laura? It seems so. Honestly, I think the show is fairly balanced. Laura is a normal person with flaws. At least she's vulnerable enough. And that is why dear Banker, you need to understand that this is called an analysis, not an anti-Laura show. An analysis is when you talk about the things that you see on the show. You talk about it, you give your own opinion, you give your own perspective. And that is why I am sharing the link in the comment section for people like you that have a lot to say to also click on the link, join, and also share your own perspective. And there's nothing wrong in that, okay? So this is not an anti-Laura show. We are analyzing, number one, the snippets from episode 11. We are talking about what we should expect, what caused Chioma and Caroline's fight, what triggered Chioma especially to push Iyabo to go and push Caroline. That's number one. Number two, we are analyzing the events of what happened in episode 10, Toyin's fortified birthday celebration in Dubai, and all of Laura's dramatics. So if you do not understand that, I'm sorry. I don't know how I'm going to explain that to you again. So for the benefit of those people that are just joining us, I'm going to go ahead and play that clip, and afterwards we'll come back and continue this conversation.
I don't understand this chummy thing that you're doing. You actually saw these ladies as rats. This fucking idiot. No problem, Chioma. You're the queen of Sheba, queen of Zamunda. You are the reason why. Now can I? This ungrateful riffraff, this scumbag of the earth, this local animal. Wahala. Yay, no bad time. Go.
Okay. So I thought I should play that clip again so that everybody can see the actual fight. But I don't think this is all of it. I think there's actually more. Hopefully, we're going to see it in episode 11. And I'm playing this because the video kind of leaked. Someone sent it to me. And if you all cast your mind back to the end of episode 10, normally after every episode, they show us snippets of what to expect from the next episode. So what we saw, the part where Chioma actually pushed Iyabo and Iyabo falling on Caroline was not a part of it. And so this particular clip came out, and we're all seeing it. And now we're realizing that, wow, it's actually a big deal. It's a big deal. And I said at the start of this conversation, I had mentioned that I expected that Chioma and Caroline somehow they would possibly have an altercation, but I did not expect that it was going to get to that level. So that is that. So, guys, whatever you think about that clip, just click on the link that I have shared and let's talk about it. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to reading comments. So, Agnes said people should also know that we are commenting on what we are watching and not what they do off the show because we don't know them off the show. Thank you so much, Agnes. God bless you. That's exactly the point. And 5J's T said, all those supporting Laura, now wow, I want diehard fans. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Sparrow Nay said, it's obvious you judge with bias. You don't like Laura. Your analysis would have been balanced without the bias. Okay, Sparrow, it's very obvious that's exactly how Laura is acting on the show. That is how you are in real life. Let's put it like that, right? Okay. Naya said Laura is with Toyi because she feels shielded and protected with Toyi. I feel so too. This doesn't seem as a genuine friendship. She feels fashionably challenged with Chioma and Caroline. And that's a very, very honest way to put it, guys. And I am agreeing with you, Naya, because that is what we see on the show. And it also comes from most of the things that she tells Toyin. At every point in time, she wants to address her friendship status with Toyin. She's always coming from the angle of, you are supposed to be on my side. You are supposed to have my back. And it always makes me ask the question, is it a war? Is it a battlefield? Six ladies coming together to do whatever. Is it a battlefield? Why does Laura always see it as a battlefield? Why is it, does it have to be war all the time? And it's very obvious that sometimes Toyin is trying to have fun with the ladies. She's trying to just go with the flow. But then when Toyin is trying to go with the flow, it happens that Laura, it does not sit well with Laura because no, she just wants to do the drama and she wants Toyin to have her back while she's doing the drama. So, as 5J said, for those of you that are supporting Laura, now wow, you people should fear God and say what you see on the show, please. Okay, so okay, this one is coming from Noye. Noye said, "Wow, the best buds has fought, and this brutally interesting. Very true. Honestly, I am looking forward to episode 11 because I cannot wait to see why they actually fought. And you know, the funny part is Chioma actually pushing Iyabo. And guys, I'm like, but Chioma, I don't understand. Iyabo is standing between you and Caroline, right? You could have as well gone round to go and push Caroline. Why did you have to go and push Iyabo? And guys, I want to see if Iyabo actually reacted to Chioma pushing her. Because it's quite interesting how both of them are besties now. Not like bestie, but they're both of them, they're very, very good friends now after the shooting of the show. So I'm wondering, what did Iyabo do afterwards? Did Iyabo push Chioma back? Did she retaliate? What exactly happened? Did Caroline also retaliate? Did Caroline push Chioma back? What exactly happened? Let me just go ahead and read your comments. Guys, I still don't understand why. But listen, I'm literally joining the studio with my different gadgets. I don't understand why you all cannot join. So just keep on trying, okay? It probably is your network. So it's probably is your network. So just try and join again. I'm going to go ahead and share the link again. So try and click on it so that you can join. I mean, Agnes was able to join earlier. So if you want to join, you should be able to join. All right. So I'm sharing the link again. Just click on it and you'll be able to join. So still on the comments, let me see. Beatrice said, this clip, it's Iyabo's facial expression for me. Elizabeth said, that was too aggressive. It was indeed. It was too aggressive. Honestly, it was too aggressive. And it's making me wonder what happened. How did Chioma go from being the put together lady, to that one lady that just lost all sense of decorum and went as far as violently pushing Iyabo like that against Caroline? It did not make sense at all. Let's see this one. Noye said, Chioma has bad mouth. Oh, I forgot Caroline. Yes. Okay, let me quickly go down to the down comments. Marvelous said, Chioma pushing it about was a coward mood. I mean, if you really want to fight, why are you passing back? Go to the person you're arguing with and push her. Exactly what I'm saying. That I mean, Chioma could have just, come from behind Iyabo and gone ahead to go and push Caroline. Why did she have to push Iyabo towards Caroline? It did not make sense. Deborah said, Chioma lost her queenly crown. At that moment, I was spooked. I swear, Deborah, I share your sentiment. I was shocked. I was wondering, like, oh my God, what exactly happened? All of that decorum, all of that classiness. At that point in time, Choma looked like that evil aunt that wants to beat somebody to pulp. Like her face was blazing guns. I'm like, wow, what is going on? Um, Jerry Wale said, I think drinking was involved because I think drinking was involved. The ladies were waved. Okay. Free said, when I clicked on the link, it says the live has ended. My live stream has ended. My live stream is still going on. It has not ended. Okay, guys, you know what? Hold on. I think I have an idea what the problem is. I think I have an idea what the problem is. Just hold on. Let me share the link again. Hold on. I'm sharing it again. So just free, go ahead. Latricia, please click on the link again. Let's see if you'll be able to join. All right, click on the link again. I think you should be able to join this time around. Okay, so Rise with Tila said, I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but was their friendship based off a hatred from Laura? That's a very, very good question. That's a legit question. That is a legit question. And trust me, I believe we're going to find out very, very soon. Okay, so people are able to join now. I guess we're by talking all along. Hi, Olori.
Hi, Gloria Elijah.
Oh my God, I love your energy.
I love Omo. It's not easy to do what you do, Omo. It's not
Thank
easy.
you.
Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you so much. Thank you so much. You're
Well
welcome
done.
to the live stream.
And please leave all these Laura people alone, I beg. It's Caroline and Chioma I'm concerned about right now because I did not
Mhm.
see it coming. Like, what
Mhm.
happened? What? Hey, God. Wigs were flyer. What did I see? God.
Oh
It's
my God.
crazy.
Honestly, that was insane. That was insane. I
And okay,
mean,
wait. I think this is the part. This is the part where I give you your flowers and say, okay, yeah, you're a prophet. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Because you saw it coming.
honestly, I mean, as I said, I expected an altercation. Yes, because
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
truth is, when you look at Chioma and Caroline's characters on the show, you see two
Mm-hmm.
queenly women who comport themselves, who
Mm-hmm.
carry themselves with so much grace and refinement. But beneath all of
Yeah.
those layers, when you peel down all of those layers, you see two women that have a
Mm-hmm.
mind of their own. You see two women that are kind of hot tempered, that don't take bullshit from anybody. So somehow I was already expecting something to happen. But I did not think it was going to get to the part where Auntie Yabo was going to fall on the floor.
I did not. He talked to. I was like, wait, what?
So
Hello, Shoba, you got to be kidding me at this point. What's going on?
oh my God, it was crazy for real. It was crazy. Anyway, let me quickly welcome others. Natisha, you're welcome. We have B, we have Faith, and we also have Agnes. You are welcome. Somebody has
He talked to.
multiple
I
diverse
was like,
experience
wait,
into
what?
this
Hello,
film
Shoba,
stream.
you got to be kidding me at
So
this
don't let
point.
me proceed.
What's going on?
Okay, I know what to do. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to allow Latricia speak now. And for those of you that are muting, I'm not muting you because I don't want you to speak. I'm muting you so that your background noise will not, interfere with the person that's speaking. All right. So I'm just going to mute everybody, and then when it's your turn to speak, I'll just unmute you. Latricia, you're welcome.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Hey, this internet wants to send me to an early grave. I've been trying to get in from yesterday.
Like, you're welcome back. I missed you yesterday. Oh my God. Everything you were saying,
Hey,
Latricia,
I was
could not hear.
hey,
It
I
was
was cut
so
short. I was cut
annoying.
short. Yes.
Welcome back.
Lori, hey, thanks for today's analysis. And thanks for
Yes.
bringing it to me again. I was burning of the Real Housewives of Lagos.
Okay.
This is my view.
Yeah.
I also want to say to everyone who is a fan of anyone, it doesn't mean that if I'm talking negative or I picked something negative about your fan, I'm against the person. But then that is my view from what they are giving us. People need to understand that. And even when it's my favorite and it's not on the right, I will still say it and I will still maintain that this person is my favorite. That's my style. Even you, Glory, I want to say this. In most of the times, I'm always on your show. It's not always where I agree with you, but it doesn't mean that we are fighting. And the fact that I'm
Exactly.
following you on your thing, the fact that I'm following you doesn't mean that I will always agree with you. You cannot be angry when I don't agree with you. Period. That's
Exactly.
that's 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 life. That's how it happens. That's how we live. We agree to disagree. So thank you
Exactly.
for the nice analysis, Glory. What I wanted to say is that Laura, more especially on this the last episode, I picked up something out of her. Laura is a control freak. We can, in simple terms, we can say she's like a bully. So when she doesn't get the people who bow, who go down to her, then she starts to overreact. It takes her off her game, meaning she loses focus on her plan or whatever. So in
Mm-hmm.
anything that she does, because she applies her bulliness, look at how quiet she was, sweet and all that when they were when they arrived.
Yeah, well,
And then the next thing on the table, she just starts and pokes Caroline of all people. That was the last person she was supposed to talk to, more especially knowing that they still have a beef that is not yet sorted.
Exactly.
But then to make
Exactly.
sure that she is aware that they have a beef with Caroline, she's mentioning it and saying we are not in good terms. And Caroline, I'm
Yeah.
talking to you. How do you do
Yeah.
that? That is this. How do you do that? Caroline was quiet, was not saying anything to her, but then she was busy behind her. So that on its own, people cannot expect us to appreciate it and say, yes, we love her, Laura. She's giving us whatever, but then it's sometimes it's annoying. It's no longer how we expect it because it's more of something that is planned. It's no longer real. It's as if when she comes, she's
Yeah.
always thinking of the negative. And now she's even jealous that who arranged for the surprise of
Mariam.
Toya's husband? Who arranged?
Mariam.
Is it Iyabo? Was it Iyabo?
Mariam.
Or Mariam?
Mariam.
Mariam. Yes. By virtue of her not even saying, oh, at least they did something. And she was supposed to be the one who came up with something, even if it's not that of the husband, but we were supposed to see something that will show us that she is the bestie in the group. She was supposed to come with something that will stand out, that will show that she is the bestie of the birthday girl. So, but then Mariam beat her at her own game. So, and now she wants to complain about it that I'm the friend. How can they surprise her and not tell her? So, you see that thing that I'm saying, she showed some signs of being bossy, of being controlling,
Mm.
meaning she felt that she has that thing of ownership that she, as if she owns a toy, meaning anything that they do with her, they must tell her, it should be via her. No, it's not about her. People, when they want to surprise her, the surprise is not about Laura, it's about
Yeah.
Toy. Then it will be
Yeah.
directed to her without consulting her. They don't need to ask for permission from her. So honestly, Laura it's a troublemaker. And I hear people are saying she is pregnant. Yes, we fall pregnant. We have emotions. We have changes. I have things that I did I was surprised that how did I get there? But then it's not in all people where you will be having an attitude toward this person. You will have one person that you find yourself not liking that person. Maybe a very few, sometimes you don't even have. You just feel like this person, every time when the person talks, maybe you just feel agitated or what. You just don't like this person for some reason, you don't know why. But then it cannot be everybody. And it's not that you will always fight with the person. Sometimes you will tolerate the person. You find that you're working with the person, you're in the same office with the person. You just don't like the person. It's only once in a while you will fight, and then the next thing you will get along because you have a reason to get along. But it's not that you will be fighting each and everything that comes across you. And oh, yes, I'm just saying it because it's been said all over about her pregnancy, but then we are not sure. Nobody said Laura is pregnant. She did not even tell us that she is pregnant. So we cannot justify her actions or her negativity on the show because of the
Exactly.
pregnancy. And still, pregnant women, they still have common sense. we still have our sober minds, we are still okay. It doesn't mean that we will go around wanting to fight people and wanting to cause trouble in everything and not wanting to make peace at the end of the day. No, it's totally impossible. I don't agree. I know we have emotions, but one, I don't know with others, but with my experience, I was pregnant more than once, but I've never experienced that. I don't know with others, maybe they will say it happens and then you'll be fighting people all over every time. But then why is it only on the show? And on the show, it's on specific people. She is always in deep fight with Caroline and Chioma. In everything that she says, she mentions Caroline and Chioma, even when it's not necessary. She mentions their names. It's clear that she has a personal, it feels like it's a personal vendetta to me, the way it looks like it's a personal vendetta. So there is no way we can keep quiet about it because it's starting to irritate. Even if she leaves the show, we will continue talking about it. We will continue watching it. It's not that we are talking always about her because she is now the cream of the show. So with Laura, that is my analysis with her. I'm just worried about my two faves that are fighting. We don't know what caused the fight, but then it looked heated. It looks heated. It looks heated, honestly. But so far, Toyin, I liked her the way she handled the situation with Laura at the place when they arrived there, when Laura was sidelining herself and doing all those things. I like the way she managed it, and actually the way she was handling everybody except for the bracelet thing. But then I liked the way she hosted everything and all that. She was just on top of her game, and she was open to anything, which makes the game to be more nicer. So I like.
Thank you so much, Latricia. And I really appreciate the disclaimer you dropped before you started analyzing the actual show. And I think it's very important that we all understand all over again that we are speaking based off of what we see on the show. And I still understand that people see differently. Millions of people will watch the show. A particular character will do something. It will shock you that what you see and interpret is different from how other people see it and interpret it. And that is why we over here we encourage people to share their opinion without attacking someone else's opinion. All right. And I like what Latricia said. The fact that we analyze the show the way it is, it does not mean we have hate or dislike for any of the ladies. We are saying what they did. And that's it. Okay. So I'm just gonna move on to is it B? B. Hi B.
Evening. I'm sorry for my background noise. Good evening.
Good evening. It's Claire. It's Claire. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. So I have this thing to say about Laura. The thing is, I feel her, will I say her vendetta with Caroline and Chioma is based off of what Tony has said to her earlier. Personally,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably what they've discussed maybe behind the show or something, things that Tony has probably told her, um, um, let me just put it gossip or something. I think that is
Mm-hmm.
what is causing this whole thing. Personally, I'm not like a stand for Laura, but I feel like Laura has like I think what's the word? She needs to be heard from. Like I don't even know how to put it. I think she's not all that bad. I think it's just based on. I think she's that. Oh yes, she's toxic. I understand. I feel she's that kind of friend that if she's, I feel low. I'm not sure because I don't know her personally. I think she's that kind of friend that she likes to fight people's battle, which is also wise. Yeah, that's how I think. I think she just fights off people's battle, because now Tony now is in the show. She's all cool and friendly with Caroline. Meanwhile, Laura is busy carrying the matter on her head like he's plantain.
Exactly.
No, that's like whenever I watch this show, I just laugh. I'll be like, look at Tony. Tony is all, during Tony confessional, that's when Tony speaks her mind about Caroline and Chioma. But when she's right in front of them, Tony doesn't say all those things. Tony is basically, people say Tony is real. I, for one, think she's not real.
Which real care?
It's not real. I spoke to someone about the show, and he was like, he feels like Tony is. I say Toyin is not real. If you watch Toyin's confessionals and the show, like when she's with this lady, she is not real. You know, I just feel Laura's pain because I feel okay. I sort of saw her apology. Was it on Twitter or Instagram? I feel maybe she has seen the show with her eyes and seen that, oh, even the Laura that I'm even carrying a matter on her head, the Laura doesn't even rate me. Probably that's why she had to come out and apologize formally. I don't know if you guys saw the apology.
That's Laura's
So
apology, right?
yes, I think it's on Instagram or Twitter. I
Oh
can't
yeah, yeah, yeah.
remember.
She deleted it. We talked to. I did a video about it during the week. She wrote that and then she deleted it.
You get, so I feel personally, I think she saw the show through the viewer's eyes, and I think she felt bad or remorseful or whatever, and then she thought,
Yeah.
oh, probably Tony that I'm even doing friend with, and she's busy probably saying all sorts of things behind my back, and I'm busy carrying her own matter on my head. You get me? So I feel like
Mm.
the fight between Tony and the fight between Laura, Chioma, and Caroline
Karen.
is based off of what Tony has packed probably from day zero. Do you get me? So that
Mm.
is what I feel. I feel like Caroline, I'm sorry, Laura is a very, I don't know. I feel like she needs a benefit of doubt. Honestly, this last episode, I honestly felt bad in a way for her until I saw the part where she said, when she was apologizing to Mariam, she was like, "Ah, she does not mean the apology." I was like, this girl is mad.
Honestly, I was like, "Ah, I thought you were apologizing now. What's happening?"
I was like, are you serious? And I was here feeling, oh, people should pity her. And then he was like, ah, are you serious right now? But I feel honestly, I think all this thing between she and Chioma, why I think she doesn't want to take that fight close to Iyabo. Iyabo is mad on a norm, we know.
I swear, everybody knows that.
Iyabo is mad. Iyabo is that kind of person that will borrow your fight to fight. So she knows.
Hmm.
So all the time that talking about the thing is it could be true that pregnancy hormone. I'm speaking of the mood swings and because the ladies complain about she's always moody. So I understand if truly she is pregnant and probably that too can affect her mood swings and all. But if you're talking about character and how she behaves, I don't believe it's pregnancy, to be honest. I believe it is based on what they've been saying about those two
Hmm.
ladies. Like Tony has
Hmm.
been telling her about those two ladies that is probably making her think some kind of way. Do you get me? So that's
Yeah.
how I feel. But I
Yeah.
don't know if the apology she wrote on, was it Instagram or Twitter? I'm not sure if it's genuine. If it's genuine, then I feel like she had seen the show through the viewer's eyes, and probably she has seen that Tony is not a good friend. In fact, Tony is not a friend.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I read that apology and I immediately took a screenshot. And guess what? In the next few hours, she deleted it. And then after episode 10 was released, what did she post? Main character energy. She knew that people were reacting, and she was riding on that euphoria that, oh yes, I did this. So I'm
Uh,
sorry, not anything against Laura, but number one, I felt like if the apology was genuine, she would have left it there. Number
yeah, I
two,
agree.
the caption of main character energy, I just felt like it's a shade at, oh, everybody that is saying whatever, go F yourself like that. So I didn't buy it, to be very honest. But hey, what can I say?
But the truth is, at some point on the show, I felt like she felt the ladies actually ganged up against her, even though it wasn't true. I understand. You said something earlier. You said when a particular person is being like the trouble someone, and then everybody around them sort of tiptoe. I totally understood, but I felt like at some point she felt like the ladies were ganging up against her, like the confrontational thing between she and Caroline, the way they spoke to her and stuff like that. But based on, will I say she has a baby brain or something, not being able to understand that she too was wrong. Do you get me? Like the part that I'm going back to she and Caroline's issue, that
Yeah.
she was wrong to call out Caroline and say, "Oh, Caroline, you came late. This, that, that, this," and then meanwhile, she too, she has also maybe gone late to a particular dinner or so or something, and then nobody said anything about it. So I felt like she should have understood that, oh, I too am wrong. At that point, even kind of clear it, oh, I'm wrong. But she was still bantering word and looking for who will side her and all. So that kind of made her, in fact, the whole show, it made her look like a villain. She made herself
I
look like a villain.
yeah, she did. She did. All right. Thank you, B. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, so let's
And
move
yeah,
on
I
to
need to
B.
comment on that facial expression. Oh, yeah, but that was funny. That was
Okay.
funny.
Okay.
Anyways, thank you.
Thank you, B. Thank you. So let's move on to Emanuela. Hi, Emanuela. Hello. You have to unmute. Let me unmute you.
Okay.
Please, let's
Hello.
hear
Oh, hello,
B.
Gloria.
Hi, good afternoon. Did I say
I'm
afternoon?
sorry, they
Jesus
just
God.
took my light, so I have to put on the gen so you can see me. I'm
Okay.
sorry,
Don't mind
Gloria.
me.
It's so,
Please
in
do.
fact, I don't know. This is my first time of joining your live chat. I am
You're
so in
welcome.
love with you, with your work, with your analysis. It's
Thank
so,
you. Thank
I
you.
mean, I can't wait to see you. I want to hug you. Like, you are one big person I mean, I respect, I love, I really want to meet. Like each
Thank
time I listen
you.
to you, it's like, whoa, where is this girl from? I don't know. I don't know, how do you get all of this? I'm just trying to like, I don't know, how did she do it? Man, I really appreciate your work. I appreciate your
Thank
job.
you
Keep
so
doing the great
much.
things you are doing. Keep doing the job. I love you.
Thank you
From
so
my
much.
heart, I really, really love you, Gloria. I can't. Words fail me to tell you what I feel right now. How to? I don't know I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know. But just know that I love you.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you
I'm
so
sorry
much.
I can't say anything right now. I need to on the gen first, so I'll join
Um,
again.
but you can actually speak with your audio even like this and we can hear you. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So with I actually don't really know what's going on right now with the fight, but I just saw
Okay.
a little clips before before the other one. But I just feel I've been following everything, and I think Laura, where I have issue is Laura. I think Laura is the problem. She's just a
Okay.
big problem. I've been watching it right from the start. Okay, right from when they started it. So I'll be like, what is she? Because I have been seeing Laura on Instagram, though I'm not so much of a social media person, but each time I see her, like, oh, this is a happy soul. I really love her. I love her. I have met her, yes, and I like her person. But from what I'm seeing here, I don't understand what she's doing. I don't know if she's there to. At first, I was thinking she's there to act, but I realized that just see what you see on social media is actually different from the main person. You could see somebody, you could see they all dancing and all of that, showing the happy face and all of that, but that is not the true person. That is not the true nature. So what you see on that episode, or what you see on the Real Housewife of Lagos, that is who she really is. You know, you can't lie to yourself. You can't pretend all the way. So each time we see her, she's there to do her business. That's the truth. So she gives you what you want to hear, what you want to see. But this is her right now dealing with people. This is real life. So now you are seeing who she really is. So I think she's showing who she really is. That's what we're seeing right now. So she's not pretending anymore. That's who she is. So, and I feel such people, I don't know, I can't be with such people. Caroline, I think my favorite is actually Choma. I love Choma. I love her style. I like everything she does. Caroline wasn't my favorite, but right now I think I'm liking her. I like her energy. I like the realness in her. So you don't have to be fake for you to be real. You don't have to be Raz for you to be real. So we'll say, okay, Loca is original. That's not true. That is not true. I am one Raz person. Yes, I am. I'm Raz. And I say it anywhere I go to. I'm Raz. But I still show this is who I am. You know, this is this person. This is who she is. So she stick by who she is. You can't be here and be there. And you are trying to tell us what's Toyin doing. I don't understand. I do not understand right now. Because Toyin is getting me confused. Sometimes they say she's original. I don't think she's original. She's not real. Toyin is not real. And Laura is just using her. I guess, you know, when Laura is bored, that's where she needs Toyin. I don't know if you've noticed it. When she needed attention, this episode 10, you see it. No one was giving in. No one was looking at her. So, and then she now needed Toyin. She wants somebody to be by her side. You know, if you remember, was it the first episode or the second episode when she had issues? And she said, when she went to meet Iyabo at the spa or something, and she said, right now, I need Iyabo by my side.
Oh, yes,
Because
yes.
every other person was against her. So she knows the right thing to do. She knows how to pull other people to herself. So she's just trying to, like, okay, use this person to get whatever she wants to get or to be there and all of that. And once she's done, she'll dump you again. So there is nothing like all these things that she's saying, oh, she be my ride and die. What's that? Ride and die where? If you see die, you go breathe die. That's not, I don't know. I don't understand her and Toyi. So all these things they are doing, they should just quit and just be who they want to be. And just, even if you are bad, you don't have to portray it all the time to let people see this is who you are. You can send the message, your personality. What you decide to do can send the message out there. Because this is an audience they've given you to portray who you are. Or what is good. You don't have to show us the bad side of you all the time. Give us good vibes, good things. You can see what Chioma did. Chioma is showing us another aspect of her that people didn't know, that she does a humanitarian job. She has she takes care of people. She's interested in people.
And the fighting fight we are going to see in episode 11.
The job, how she takes care of her, her staff and all of that. It is, I work and also have a business of my own. So I learned something from her that, Ella, you could actually be this. You could actually do this. That's something. If somebody asks me, what is it that you are taking from this housewife of Lagos, I could say, okay, from this, I got this. I learned this from this lady. Do you get it? So, and all this one that Toyin is saying, I am, what's it called? What did she even say? Fashion goddess. I am this. I don't see shit. I do not see shit. And she keep comparing herself. She's too petty. You see, she's doing competition with Chioma. Chioma is in another level, advanced level of fashion. What Toyin does is there. What's it called? Is it costumes? She just put them somewhere where people watch, or you want to go for this, you just go and sit there. She just go and sit there. I don't understand. Is that not fashion? If that's what fashion is, then people will not dress. God forbid that I wear that. How would I wear her? See, I'm angry. I'm really angry. Whenever I see her, whenever I see what she wears, I'm like, this woman not did this life. At least, even if you can't do normal, what's it called? Look at, I'm seeing some people. You see people like these small girls. You see Vicky James and the rest doing things. People wear them. You know, these ones are fashion. Yeah, I'm not rating her. What's it called? Her talent. Anyway, I am not doing that. But the truth has to be said. Can you wear what she's sewing or what she's doing? I don't understand who gave her that. Anyway, let me say, acclaimed fashion goddess, or king of fashion. Where is the fashion? Did you see Chioma? When Chioma steps out, all heads turn. You like. Then when she made a mistake, and she said, if Chioma wears what I wear, she will look like Mumu.
Like a mad person.
My dear, if somebody wear what you are wearing and you look like Mumu, that means you are bad. That means your fashion has no direction, has no sense. So you should be proud to say, man, whoever that wear my clothes will know that, yes, you are wearing something. That is fashion. And Chioma is one lady that will pull anything and it will work. She can wear nonsense and it becomes something. She can wear different colors and you say, oh my God, let me go with this. So she shouldn't even compare herself. She's not even in the same level. My dear, she's
All
not in the
right.
same level
Thank
with
you.
Chioma.
Thank you so much, Emanuela.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much. I
so
think I
much.
have to stop here so I will not be the one taking everything.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, Emanuela is
All right.
here. Thank you so much, Emanuela. Okay,
You're
let's
welcome.
give the room to Faith. Faith, are you there? Let me unmute you.
Hi, Glory.
Good evening.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you. Yes,
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
you're welcome.
I tried giving Laura the benefit of the doubt that maybe she's trying to present herself like this on a show, and then in her private life she's different. Because if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, they say Kenya Moore, she presents herself to be a villain on the show, but then in real life she's not like that. But then as the episode keeps on going on, uh, my mind towards Laura has changed. I just feel like she shouldn't be. The show is not really for her, and I feel like her perception towards Caroline is because of Toyin, because what Toyin told her, and also because of the issues with Caroline and Linda. Caroline didn't even bring up the issue of Linda until Laura brought it up herself. So all this unnecessary drama that Laura is creating, I don't know. I really love Iyabo. Iyabo is my favorite on the show so far. I also love Chioma. I like her sense of style, her fashions. Uh, Between Chioma and Toyin, I would even prefer Chioma in terms of wearing her style. I'm not saying that Toyin is not talented, but her outfits are just outrageous. Even the one at the AMVC, I was like, what is this? This is not presenting at all. Yeah. I don't think Toyin is real at all. Like the previous caller said, I don't think Toyin is real at all. She's nobody's friend. She's just there for herself. But I like that she keeps on presenting her business to the show,
Yeah.
because that's what the show is about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other than that, I'll still be watching the show, especially this Friday's on. And that's it, Glory. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faith. That was like you raining bullets without even shaking your body. But thank you so much. Okay, T, hi. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. You're welcome to the
Yes.
conversation.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Glory. I really like your program. This is my second time of calling in. So basically, I think I'm just going to talk generally, not because of, I know everybody is talking about Laura this, Laura that, Auntie Laura for Laura, and all those things. And I really don't want us to dwell too much about Laura, to be honest, because it's been glaring right from episode 1 who Laura is. And I know for episode 1 till 10, people are kind of expecting to see something different with Laura, to say, oh, is she going to show us another part of her and things like that? And it's rather unfortunate because maybe she's pregnant, as people have said. I have been pregnant before, and I know sometimes the hormones can kind of set in and you get really impatient and things like that. But one thing I also know as well is that if you have a very nasty behavior, pregnancy makes it worse.
Yeah,
So,
it does.
yes. So, I don't think that maybe some of those behaviors were generally, you know, coming across because she was actually pregnant, but they made it worse. Now, is she a bad person? Not to me. I don't think Laura is a bad. She's just a different person. I said it the last time when I rang up. I said Laura is not someone that you will expect that she will behave like every normal person, but it's just rather unfortunate. If you work with different people, you will know that people like that does really exist, and you'll be surprised that sometimes people appreciate them. And maybe it sounds weird, it sounds strange, but of course that when you have to deal with people of different mentality and things like that, you know that people like Laura are so many. In fact, I'm surprised people are kind of surprised to see that Laura behaves that way. There are loads of people that behave that way. It's just that we don't see them because this show is definitely showing us that, and I want to believe this is one of the things that the show is definitely showing us, that people can actually be this good, people can actually be this bad, people can actually lose it, people can actually be calm, people can actually, it's showing us different personalities. So it's not enough for us to pick offense to see what Laura is doing. It's just enough for us to see that, oh, actually someone can be like this. When people are like this, what can you do to help them? Do you want to keep them as friends? That's your entirely opinion. It's your personal opinion. Do I personally like high maintenance friends? I've had them before. I definitely don't need them now. When I was single, when I wasn't married, I didn't have kids. I was in uni, high school, and things like that. I didn't mind having them because I had all the time. But now I probably wouldn't be the best person to be a friend to someone like that. But I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to be a friend to her because she's bad. She is not bad. The only thing that she probably needs is that she lacks people skills. When people lack people, it's just like you applying for a job. If you don't have the skills, there's a problem. For this kind of show, apparently, maybe they even knew that she didn't have such a skill and they still wanted her to come on board. It was for a reason, isn't it? It's not for us to see everything perfect. It's for us to see the imperfections and to kind of think about, actually, why is this person imperfect? So people are saying she's pregnant. That could be one of the reasons. I know you said all the time bipolar. I said, please don't label her bipolar because it's a very strong word. And moreover, because people are watching you, not just from Nigeria, all over the world, people have different mentality issues. People have different mental issues. And when they see words like that, it goes a very long way for them, even beyond your own imagination, Glory, which is why I said, please, if I were you, I'll refrain from such words because eventually you can say, I have an issues with this person, but labeling someone that way will kind of make you step on toes, and you don't want that to happen to you. Sorry, I'll just stop.
Sorry, T, I have to pause you here and clear the air. So,
don't want that to happen to you.
Okay, so I want to clear the air. I did not say Laura is bipolar. And I will not say that because I don't know Laura in real life outside the show. I don't know any of the women. All right. When you say someone acts like, you are saying so because you've possibly been exposed to people that are actually exactly that thing. So there's a difference. And I've always said that my analysis is based on what we are shown on the show, right? I just want to clear the air on that.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just go on to the next.
It's not the same as she is bipolar. Okay, so that's that.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you can. I just heard my own opinion because. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
I'm not hearing you. Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm not hearing you. But if you can hear me, I'll just go straight on. And another thing I just wanted to say is that, in as much as I appreciate the characters, I think I want to see more content from them. I want to see what they do. I know some of them is very clear. I really, really give it to Chioma for that. I've seen her family, I've seen what she does for a living. I can sort of say, this is who Chioma is. But at work, either I want to believe what she does or not, I can see that. And maybe I know Toya as well, because I know Toya is, probably using every episode to kind of market what she does. And we haven't necessarily seen her in Tiannah's Empire and things like that. But I know that maybe for Iyabo as well, because she's an actress, it might be slightly difficult for her to kind of, show. But maybe even if it's just a scene to show us where she's been on set, we want to see content like that. We want to see beyond Basbers all the time. We want to see beyond them just sitting around the table gossiping. We want to see beyond, this one is slapping this one talked about this one. I believe the show has a lot to offer that the producers are not. Do you get? So I really want to see that. Hopefully they listen to your show and maybe take this on board. And of course, I want to see, I haven't necessarily seen much about Caroline. Maybe she doesn't really have, enough, but I don't think it's something to be shy about. It's an avenue for us to see what she does. Maybe even if it's just one of the projects for her to see how she's, because we saw one of those, clips, I think at the beginning was the episode 1 where she was on the side, and I was expecting to see that. We haven't even seen that. I don't even think we are going to see that. So I don't really know what she does. I know people say she's into construction. I'm not seeing I'm not even seeing where she's. Okay, I saw one scene where she was with her children. And I totally understand if they don't want to show us their family, but there are other things that they could bring on board that will make more content. And maybe this show wouldn't have been all about Laura this, Laura that, because there will have been too many highlights. But you know, the way the show has been, it's just been all about Laura this, Laura did that, Laura did that, and it's just making people forgetting even about the slightest things that it should be, you know, it should be highlighted about. You know, when Toyin was talking about personal abuse, and you know, I was expecting people to talk about that, you know, but apparently Laura's whatever just overshadows everything. And it's just so painful because the show has a lot of potentials, but you're not necessarily utilizing that. And I hope that, you know, they just do that for season 2. You know, we want to see people who bring content, not necessary. And it's good to have bad attitude, but again, we want to see beyond that. We want to see what they do for 9 to 5. Okay, if you've made your millions, how have you made it? You know, they're in Nigeria there, people are watching them, youth are watching them. That's an avenue to show. And that's why I always give it to Chioma, you know, even though she was never my favorite, but I just looked at all of them. Who has really bought that content that I really wanted to see? I think it's Chioma who has. You know, it's not for fashion for me because obviously fashion is not necessarily my priority, you know, but obviously what are the things she does? I saw her relationship with her staff. I saw what she has in terms of businesses. I saw when she gave her staff something else. I saw the charity. I saw the whole fashion side of her. I saw, you know, I saw all flavor of her life. And that's what I was expecting to see. I saw Toyin try to do the same thing about her husband as well, you know, while she was trying to help her husband. Maybe that's a good thing as a housewife. What do they do beyond being that housewife? What do they do beyond being nasty? What do they do beyond showing us that they're friends, you know, things like that? Anyway, all that being said, I saw Chioma and Carolyn's fight happening. I just wasn't sure when it was going to happen because in the long run, maybe it all started being good, but at the long run, you know, like the way Chioma and Caroline has, they both have their likes, you know, in terms of their attitude. Maybe along the line, they noticed how Laura was kind of envying their friendship, and they just took that to say, actually, if she's after us, but then we just give her what she wants. And it just went on like that. And I saw that friendship based on that. And along the line, I knew that Caroline is not someone that she can keep her cool physically, but definitely not her mouth. So I know that if she was to have any issue with Chioma, she was going to spill beyond, like she was going to say anything to defend herself. So, and we already saw that from the clips that we saw last episode, that she definitely said a whole lot, things that shouldn't have been said, you know. And there are people like that again. Is it a good thing? Definitely not. Do I want to have a friend like that? No, because eventually when you go with, you know, when you have a quarrel with someone like that, obviously everything you've told her, she just spills it out, forgetting what you guys have shared. And that's definitely not what I want as a friend. So I saw that happening, and I knew it was going to be a bomb because loads of things will be said. Maybe Laura might be lucky to, you know, maybe that would be a great opportunity for her to see what the issue was. And in terms of Laura addressing people on the table, again, what I saw there was that genuinely at first she was sorry, but she lacks people skills, you know. And part of people skills is you knowing you're wrong and how to come across being genuinely sorry. Do you get? If she comes even on the confession to say, oh, I wasn't sorry, that's a lie. We all knew that she had it up to there. She was completely tired because she felt alone. And that is why you did people like that. You ignore them and you let them figure out. Now, another positive side, because I see nobody has said anything positive about Laura, but another positive thing about Laura is that who has really learned so much on this show among the characters, I think, is Laura. Either she likes it or not. She might not agree to it publicly to say, oh, I've really learned, but she's definitely learned, because you could tell that maybe she's always had her way with the kind of friends and circle she'd had before she came on the show. But when she came on the show, she found herself in the midst of strong personalities. And eventually that, you know, her attitude then became unbearable. She then realized that she was doing something wrong. She might not say it in her confessions. You know, we all sometimes shy away from this thing. But she knows deep down in her heart that she's learned. And I want to believe that maybe she'll be a better person. Hopefully, season 2, I hope they bring her back. because I want to see what she's taking on from season 1 and see how she's going to use that in season 2 to advantage. Others haven't learned anything. I haven't seen them change their attitude. The ones that are really the bad birds, the violent person, yeah, boy, she's still the violent person. She hasn't taken anything. Nobody has really put it to her to say, listen, it's not the best way of life. She's still who she is. Caroline, she's still who she is. Maybe Toyin, she's still who she is. The only person that can see that is likely to change a bit is Laura. Do I want all of them to come back in season 2? I want Laura to come back for that reason I've just said. I want to see, because there are a lot of people that are like Laura, but it's not obvious. How if Laura can come back and sort of show us that she's learned something, I think it's going to educate a lot of people, especially the youth, how you talk to people, how you do things. And finally, because I know I've said a lot, finally, I don't have any favorite, but like I always say, Chioma has really brought that content. She's touched that every aspect that I was looking at in terms of the show. So I'm not anti Laura. She should be given the benefit of doubt. She's definitely learned from this because I call it it's a pro. It's a show for us, but I don't think it's a show for her eventually. I think it's more like you going to a proper school and you're being taught about this is what you need to do. I'm sure she would have gone back to say, did I really do something wrong? Because I'm sure that she's always been in the comfortable, that comfort zone where she's been in the midst of her friend. Maybe she just used to do anyhow and they just let her be. But obviously on that show, she got really sad.
Thank you.
Mariam is my perfect. So, she's just such a sweet person. Everybody wants to be like Mariam. Maybe we haven't really gotten to see that side of, everybody has an other side to her. But I do really hope that we get to see that, hopefully, if the next episode is not the final one. But aside that, Glory, you're doing a brilliant job. You're giving people the opportunity to speak their mind. But like I always say, Laura's fans are your fans. Chioma's fans are your fans. All the characters' fans are your fans. And people are watching all over the world. So don't think it's just Africa. And that's why I said what I said regarding that label, So, because eventually, trust me, it is a big thing. Even though in Nigeria, we just say anything we say and people don't necessarily mean it, but people read things like you've said and they just read it the other way and you don't want to get to that side. So for that reason, I'll just stop there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, T. You really said a lot and you said a lot of sense. And the part you spoke about showing other aspects of the women's life, I really hope that the producers of this show, they get the message because it's very vital that they do so. And I think that responsibility falls on the shoulders of both the women and the producers. The women has to engage the producers in their day-to-day activities. I listened to Chioma's interview, and she was explaining how it had happened that they had shot the scene where she had presented the prosthetic arm to her staff that had lost his arm. So according to her, they were shooting in her business place and the arm had arrived and the producers had said they wanted to film that side of her life and she had asked the staff and they had gone ahead to do so. So I'm thinking for the likes of Caroline and Iyabo, maybe in that 2 months that the entire show was being shot, if they had had any business engagement, I felt like it should have been up to them to invite the producers, the filming team, whichever, to be part of that process. So if we are not seeing anything, I'm thinking it could either be that or it could either be that the producers were more focused on the drama and the entertainment aspect, that they wanted to present to the public other than spending a lot of time in each episode showing each aspect of each of the women's lives. But it's a very positive suggestion that you made. And I'm really hoping that they do exactly that. Because to be very honest, once again, let me put this disclaimer out there. This is not me lashing out at Laura, but I've had conversations with people that watch the show. And if you ask them, what does Laura do? Nobody knows. We only know that she's an Instagram person. We only know that she's the drama. But if you ask people, what is Laura's career path? I'm sorry, we've not really seen what Laura does exactly. In episode 10, she mentioned advertisers were calling her. I was hoping and expecting that whatever she does for or with those advertisers, they would have used a particular scene on that episode to show us, but we did not get to see it. So I feel like that's something the producers should look into. Caroline, they tried in episode 9 to show her going shopping for interior pieces that she was going to use for her work. I was also hoping that afterwards they would have shown her using those pieces to decorate a client's home if the client would have allowed, something like that. So that's a very, very positive suggestion. Thank you so much, T. Thank you so much. And I take your advice, yes. And once again, I want to put this out there that Glory Elijah did not outrightly label Laura a bipolar. You all can refer back to that video for more clarity. So moving on, let's just give the floor to Chineye. Chineye, are you here? Hello.
Yes. Hello, I'm from Canada. How are you guys?
Fine. Thanks for joining us. And thank you so much for your patience for waiting it out.
No problem. So I want to talk
Okay.
about Laura.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a question. I want to understand kind of how a lot of people expect Laura to um come like amongst the ladies after they had a fight like the previous day, come to Tony's event, the cultural event that she had, and be all bubbly, expect us to be all smiley and dancing with everybody after what just happened. And the issue hasn't been settled. Like somebody like me, if I had an issue with somebody previous night or a few days ago, and I'll see the person the following day, I'm people I know that don't really like me, don't really feel me like that. I wouldn't be expected to be all, I don't know, giggly with them, dancing, laughing like nothing happened. So when I watched your show that day and they were like, oh, what? She came and she was being negative, like, what do you expect her to do? That's why I like Mariam. Mariam said in her confessional, like, do you expect Laura them to be talking? It's kind of, I mean, she's human. She's not a robot that has no feelings. So like give her like give her some time to deal with the issue, think about it. I can't just be coming to what do you call it, an event and be dancing with Toyin that I know that I have issue with, dancing with Caroline I have issue with. It's very, I don't understand because I feel like you expect too much of her. It's too quick, too early. That's what I feel. Now, in terms of what Laura does,
Address that. Should I address that before you continue?
sure, go ahead.
Okay. So, this is the perspective I was thinking from, all right?
Okay.
I wasn't expecting Laura to mingle with all the ladies, especially Caroline, looking at the fact that what had just happened. It was still fresh. She's
Mm-hmm.
human. I was looking at it from the angle of this is Toyin celebrating her birthday. Let's remember that Toyin's birthday was not celebrated in one day. She celebrated her birthday in different ways. There was the cultural thing that she did, right, where she announced that she was taking them to Dubai. So I was expecting that even though you don't want to talk to Caroline, especially, or perhaps even Chioma, at least engage your friends that invited you, that you came for, right? If you did not want to show up, I feel like that would have been better to help you yourself avoid all the emotional struggle of having to be in the same space with people that you are not really on good terms with. I felt like she was actually torturing herself. So for me, my own concern was even toying. Someone is celebrating their birthday and it's supposed to be a happy moment. So you could have just come, like what she did for Iyabo's daughter's birthday, right? She came and then she left. She knew that she couldn't cope with that kind of energy, and so she left. So Toyin, that she keeps on emphasizing on their very strong friendship, I was expecting a lot more from her, right? So that was the perspective I was talking from. Please carry
Okay,
on.
no, I understand what you're saying. But if you're a person that follows reality show like I do over here, like closely, you know that a lot of these scenes are staged. I'm pretty sure that Toyin's birthday, maybe it was probably a few days ago, maybe a few weeks ago. But obviously they have to make, have produced content. So probably and I was told that a lot of these parties that they throw are paid by the producers. They don't pay for it. They don't. Yeah. So producers obviously will say, okay, let's do this scene. It's your birthday was a few days ago. Do this, do that. So it's a lot of things that staged. So you can't really. It doesn't mean that Tony's birthday was that day. So therefore, let me just be, so we're human beings. So if it's not natural, some things might kind of feel awkward or feel weird sometimes. So I don't think Toyi's birthday was on that day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's why I said she celebrated
Exactly.
in
So exactly. So it's kind of so maybe Laura kind of felt, oh, celebrated was a few days ago. I'm going to this event that the producers, are organizing for the show, which it makes sense because that's what I
yeah.
heard that a lot of these their parties are not even, which I get. That's what it show. It has to happen. So that's that.
Mm.
And then in terms of like what Laura does for a living, I think we kind of us Africans have to realize that being an influencer is a job. If you follow Laura on her online, you know that she's always online, putting content out, different brands that she works with, and they make more money than a lot of these actors and actresses that I even have like Iyabo, whoever it is that you think that do movies a few months, a few movies in a year. So content producing like online content, whatever, it's a job. So maybe she
Mm-hmm.
didn't show it, but we all know what she does because we see her online. Maybe hopefully
Mm-hmm.
next season or so they will kind of shine lights on that. That's what I'm hoping. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty much all. Oh yeah, one more thing about Chioma. I like Chioma. Don't get me wrong. She's my Igbo sister. I like her a lot. Don't get me wrong. But if you know Chioma before this show, you know that Chioma, it's not. How do I say it? Beyond the whole classy whatever appearance or whatever that she has, she
Tea.
has a ghetto side though. If you know her very well.
Spill the tea. Tell us things we don't
Well,
know,
listen,
please.
a few years ago, Chioma, that thing that Laura said about club fighting was that it's actually true. It's not what she didn't lie.
Hmm.
Chioma caught somebody, her friend Tracy. If you know Tracy, she's an interior designer online.
Yeah.
For somebody in the club, and you say true, it's not fake story. So when I was there, I said, "Oh, the Chioma is class." I wonder what pushed her to, push it up or whatever. I'm like, "These people are they okay? They don't know the story. It was all online, all over online that year." So I'm not surprised about that whole fighting thing. It's not a big deal to me. Like, oh, it happened before, it will happen again. It's nothing new. So just to let you guys know that it's nothing new. She's a human being,
Yeah.
so she's pushed, she'll react. But because she has a foreign accent, wear designer
Mm.
clothes, those all this stuff doesn't mean that she doesn't have her own weaknesses. And she can be
Mhm.
violent. She has done that before. Just like
She's
Laura can be
she's done
very
it on
annoying.
episode 9. She's
Just
done
like
it
Laura
on
can be
episode
very annoying.
9.
Yeah. Laura can be very annoying. Don't get me wrong. She can be very, very annoying. Like I just wish that Laura can show that she's more confident. I like people that are confident. Show that whatever what this person is wearing does not even concern, doesn't touch you. What she looks like doesn't even affect you. Like at least fake it. At least I wish she could just fake it. But that's her weakness. But Chioma's weakness is that she has a violent past. She's a human being. It doesn't make her a bad person, but it is what it is. So all this whole people being surprised about how Chioma is acting or in this new clip is nothing new. That's all. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tiannah. And I also want to add that
Mhm.
the trauma violence part, she actually gave us a heads up in episode
Exactly.
9 when she was telling Caroline when they went interior shopping that she told Caroline that she hopes that Laura does not ever come for her because even though she's all classy, prim, and proper, when she's mad, she's mad.
And she's a human being. And she's a human being. She's not a bad person. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for that tea. Oh my god, that was really hot. Guys, you won't believe that when Laura made that statement that Chioma is ratchet and all, guys, I went on the internet. I was looking for that video. I did not see it. Please, I'm begging. Anybody that has that video, send it to me. I will pay you because I want to just check something. I just want to just check something. I want to see how Choma will remove her wig and her crown, put it one side and go crazy. But we'll probably see more of that on episode 11. Thank you so much, Chinyere. Olori, did you want to say anything to add before I give the floor to someone else? Because you've been here. I think you were the first person that I added to speak. I don't know if you've said all you want to say before I give the floor to someone else.
Oh no, like it's just funny hearing from everybody's sides, yeah. And I don't know who said something about people being against Laura. No, we're not against Laura. I for one, I love her because she's beautiful. I just wish that she could add a little confidence to herself. And just leave Caroline and Chioma alone. Like, breathe, enjoy your friendship. And then the whole dynamic with Tony was just making me feel like, okay, if you say this person is your friend, right? You're supposed to be one of the people that will know about them. I can't say Glory is my friend and I don't know anything about Glory. Or I want to plan something and then Mariam is now beating me to it. It doesn't really speak well of me. And sometimes I'll just be looking like, okay, can anybody remember the scene where Laura was saying this towing she's seeing is not the towing she's used to? And Mariam was like, anybody that knows towing will know that this is towing. And I'm like, okay. So that kind of gave me one kind of vibe. And then I think already Laura should be queen of boredom from this season already. I can only you, one person. You are bored from episode 1 till 10. Anyway, now that Chioma and Caroline will fight, maybe you be entertained at least. I'm sure she has seriously been waiting for it. Yeah. She has been waiting for it. Oh,
honestly, let me be very honest with you all, yeah? For episode 11, to be very honest, I am not. See, the thing majorly that I am looking forward to is Tony and Laura's reaction to Caroline and Chioma's fight. Period. That thing, Laura will be over the moon. They already showed us pictures like, hey,
and then her catchphrase is yeah, they smell. It smell very well. Oh God, honestly, I wish Caroline and Chioma had that issue offline. I wish, because oh Lord, why? Like, now Laura is going to gloat. Oh no, she's so going to gloat.
She'll be so excited, honestly. Lord. Anyway, thank you so much. All right, so we have Free and Dupe Omiwa in the building. Dupe, look at Dupe is coming from Owambe. Hey, this is the thing. Dupe, you're welcome. Let me just allow Free to speak, and then we'll come to you quickly.
Thank you.
Hi, Free.
Hi, Glory. How you doing? Hi, everyone.
Finally, you are here. Do you know what happened with that link? I kept on sharing the link I used yesterday. That was why people could not really join on time. That was why
yeah. Because it was telling me it ended. I was like, oh, maybe there's an error.
Sorry,
so,
I'm glad you
I will try and be brief. Laura, you asking what's her occupation? Laura is an influencer, from what we know on IG. She's an influencer, and being an influencer to me is a honorable job. We as Nigerians, we need to, just like the last caller said, start looking at the fact that it's not just those white collar jobs that are good jobs. People can be influencers, content creators, a lot of other different things, so long as it's paying you and you're not hurting anybody. So being an influencer is a honorable job, if you ask me. But then it's funny how on Instagram, she's a very bubbly person. Like, Laura is bubbly, she's always dancing. And Chioma is very uptight and serious, all about her fashion and business. But on the show, it's as if they switch personalities. I don't know if you understand. Like, Chioma is the bubbly one. She's always the one that is bubbly, always excited for any event or occasion. Meanwhile, Laura is always the uptight person. It baffles me how that is possible. And then one thing we should know is that Nigerians love to defend bad behavior. They will always do it. It's something that has been a thing from time immemorial, and it will never stop. People love to defend bad behaviors. They will always make excuses for people that are badly behaved. For Laura, it's pregnancy. People are saying, oh, she's pregnant, that's why she's acting out. I've never been pregnant, but my sister has babies. My brother has kids, and I've seen my sister pregnant. I've seen my brother's wife pregnant. And my sister, for one, she's a hot-tempered person. When she was pregnant, she just became more hot-tempered. Like, she had everybody on a very short leash. Like, she was always lashing out easily. But she wasn't acting the way Laura was acting. She was just hot-tempered, you understand? So people are justifying her behavior, saying she's pregnant, she's this, she's that. And trust me, if she wasn't pregnant, best believe that they will still find something else to justify her bad behavior. That's how it is in Nigeria. Everybody wants to, not everybody, no. Some set of people, they like to identify with the villains and make excuses for them and excuse their behavior. And then if people are not budging, when the person apologizes, even if the apology is a mockery or not genuine, People will help for that. I was like, oh, why don't you want to forgive? She has apologized. He has apologized. Just let it go already. Knowing fully well in your mind that that apology is fake. Just like what Tega did on BBN. When she came out of the house and she was doing that life where she was fake crying. I was like, what's this? So irritating. And people were like, oh, she's so sorry. People should let it go. Da, da, da. I was like, okay, no problem. And within how many weeks, she still came out again and she lashed out that, oh, it's her life. 8 days. She can't take it anymore. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, can you even see now? Can you see? When somebody apologizes genuinely, trust me, you would know. I'm not saying that people should not be forgiven. No. If somebody apologizes genuinely, you should forgive them. You would know. But most of the time, when these villains in quotes apologize, it's not always genuine. And for Laura, I really believed her when she was apologizing that she's tired, she's bored. I really felt bad for her, and I believed her that, oh, maybe she's done with the drama. Excuse me. Maybe she's done with the drama, and only for me to watch her confessionals, and I was just taken aback. Like, I don't get you. It's just like what Chioma said. You can't detect when people react or how people react. Sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold. You can't really blame people for avoiding her. People that are blaming the girls that, oh, why can't they include her? Should they drag her by her hair or by her body and force her into the group and say, oh, participate? They can't do that. She's an adult. If she wants to partake, she'll partake. And people are forgetting that it's Chioma and Caroline that had issues. Sorry, Caroline and Laura, not Laura alone. Caroline also had issues with her, but Caroline is in the same space with her. I know that, yes, everybody reacts differently, but Laura and Caroline, they'll sit on a table together. Caroline will not be giving her attitude. She'll just act as if she doesn't exist. But Laura will be the one, her body will be biting her, shakabula, shakabula, she can't sit down. And people will be like, oh, it's because she has issues with Caroline, she can't stay at one place. But the Caroline she has issues with is sitting down there. Like, you don't have to be too dramatic all the time. I believe that life is already hard enough, like for everybody. Everybody have what they are dealing with one way or the other. You don't have to make it hard by being a nasty person to your friend. I know that, yes, they are not friends, but you don't even have to make it hard by being a horrible person to another person. Who has that time? Everybody have things they're dealing with. You cannot make yourself another burden. I can't be friends with somebody like Laura. I'm not bashing her or anything. I'm just seeing my mind. I can't be friends with someone like her because I cannot take what I don't give. I'm not nasty to my friends. I'm not there acting like a big baby every time, crying and whining and finding something to complain about when we go out. I don't. Even if I want to go out with my friends and I'm not okay with where we're going to, or the people that they're also inviting that maybe I'm not okay with, I won't go. But if I go there, I will try my best to just mingle with anybody. It's not like I'll go there and start acting like the odd one out and be secluding myself and I'll still play victim. No, it's very wrong. Let's learn to say things as they are. And now it's beginning to look like a lot of people that come on reality shows. Personally, this is what I think. I think that they purposely take on these villain roles because they've studied the feedback that Nigerians give, that people always act. People always find a way to defend their stupid act. So they go there, they play the villain. They might not necessarily be bad people offline, but they play the villain, and then later they will not say, oh, they've changed, because they know a huge crowd will now be backing them. And I believe that what you defend is like what you also condone. Whatever you're defending is also what you can condone. That's what I believe in personally. And it's also pathetic to see people jubilating because Chioma and Caroline, they had an issue. Like people are saying, oh, like I was in the comment section in the post that they were making on IG and even on TikTok. And people were like, oh, thank God, finally, they're finally falling out. After all, it was because of Laura, they were friends. Hello, these ladies clicked from episode 1. What are you saying? How did they, because of Laura, become friends? Like in people's head, it's like, oh, they ganged up against Laura. Oh, they became friends because of Laura. I don't think so. Because from what I remember clearly, Caroline and Chioma, they were the most similar people in the group from episode 1. So normally in a group of people, you would drift closer to the person that you feel you can identify with. The person that you feel is similar to you. Do you know, it's just normal. We might be a group of friends, like 5 or 6 or 6 of us, and I'll just be closer to one person because I feel like, okay, you are more relatable. You understand? You like what I like, or I just enjoy your vibe more or less. For Mariam, I like Mariam because she's the drama-free one. She's just the person that is floating there. She's just there. She's just having the time of her life. But it's just sad that she's not promoting her business. I don't know what she does. Okay, this lady says she's a publicist or something like that. PR, yeah. So she's not promoting that. She's supposed to be promoting that. But I like her because she's just floating. She's a drama-free person. The only thing I don't like about Mariam is her first accent. That's the only thing about her that I don't like. Aside from that, I like everything else about her. Iyabo is also drama free. She's just there as well. But I feel like the ladies in the group, they are purposely avoiding Iyabo. I don't know why I have that feeling. It's like they know that okay, this lady does not take rubbish. It's as if they know that this lady does not take rubbish. So they are just deliberately avoiding stepping on her toes. Aside the fact that okay, I think she's the most elderly person there, so they are giving her that respect as their egbon, but at the same time they're still avoiding her deliberately. Like, but this one is not normal. I cannot do any gra with her. Why didn't Chioma stand up at her back when Iyabo was telling her mind? I think that was on episode 9 or so, when she was telling her about the lateness and Chioma wanted to start shouting and all of that. She just put her in her place when she said, Chioma, I like you. You understand? And Chioma just shut up. If it was somebody else, maybe Laura or that person, she will stretch the issue. They will stay there and be having issues. But because it's Iyabo, she just respected herself and just died the issue because she knows that that one is not to be messed with.
Iyabo is
So,
cuckoo when you trigger her. Honestly.
yeah, so they're just deliberately avoiding her and all of that. So I feel that's it for her. And as for Toyin, I don't know. Her personality is complex. Like, I don't know where to put my hand on it, but I feel like Laura and Caroline's beef, a huge part of it is attributed to Toyin. Toyin is the reason, like not 100%, but partly the reason, and I'll tell you why. In episode 1, when she did her child's party or so, when Laura came, Laura was surprised to see Chioma and Caroline, especially Caroline, because according to her, Toyin had told her some things about Caroline. You understand? Like, this happened, that happened in episode 1. So she was shocked that Caroline was there. And she was even more shocked the way Toyin was relating with Caroline as if nothing happened before. You understand? Like, they are just talking as if they don't have any issues and all of
No,
that. But
she knew that the venue of the event belonged to Chioma because remember she had been patronizing
sorry,
Brad and
I didn't hear that.
she knew that the venue belongs to Chioma because she had been
Yeah.
patronizing
She
Brad.
knew. Yeah, but she was just shocked that Choma was sitting with them and even Caroline. But she was more shocked that Caroline was relating well with Toyin. And that's possibly because Toyin might have told her things about Caroline, that this and this and that happened. And I remember Laura mentioning something like that Caroline was her name? Toyin. Toyin told her some things about Caroline, but she didn't go into details. So when Caroline had Toyin, when she had her live session, I think on Twitter also, and she was saying she didn't tell Laura anything. No, that's not true. She did tell Laura something, but Laura has not gone into details and said that, okay, this is what she said. And it's because of that, Laura had her guard up when she was relating with Caroline. And people that are also saying, oh, Caroline is nasty to her, blah, blah, blah. If there's anybody that is supposed to be giving anybody attitude, it will be Caroline giving Laura attitude. Because Laura's sister has issues with her, what was her name? Caroline. Linda and Caroline. They already have an issue. You know, Linda is a blogger and all of that. She said she wrote shit about them. In fact, everybody in the group at one point said, what's her name? Linda wrote something bad about them. But from episode 1, they were trying to relate with Laura normally. They were talking to her normally. They didn't treat her like, oh, your sister has issues with us. No, I never heard them mention that until at the party that Caroline had. That was when she now even said it out. But before then, they've been nice to Laura. They've been talking to her. They've been relating with her. Personally, I don't think I'm going to sit in the same space with somebody that have said rubbish or her sister has said rubbish about my sister. I'm not going to be your enemy or anything, but we are not going to be close. We'll just be cordial. You understand? But the ladies, they were okay with Laura. She was the one that brought on the bad vibes. And if you're going to go to somewhere only to be giving attitude, you feel odd, you feel you're not welcomed. Yes, it's a show. Tell the producers that, okay, you don't want to be on this show with these ladies. It's not what your mental health. It's draining you. And you have your set of friends that you relate to it. And like I said before, Laura is used to being the queen bee in her friends group. She's used to that. So she's kind of struggling in this group now because everybody's just doing their thing. Nobody's giving her special attention. When she went to the meeting that day, the first thing she did, she took off her earrings. What was that? Like, the fans of these people, they like to play dumb, and it's not okay. Even if you like somebody, say what the person is doing that is wrong. You're going to take off your earrings. What does that mean? You obviously came there to fight. Exactly. Caroline did not even mention her bracelet had what's it called, a weapon or so.
Fight.
until the next episode. But the first thing Laura did when she got there, like a roused woman, she just removed her earrings. Like, anything will happen today, make it happen. I'm ready to beat your ass. Like, what's all of that? And then when they're matching your energy, all our fans will be shouting, "Oh, they're oppressing Laura. Oh, the Laura is the show. Laura is the show." Yes, she's the show because she's making herself the show, and it's not favoring her. Yes, there are people that are backing her up and justifying her attitude, but it doesn't mean she's right. It doesn't mean what she's doing is okay. If you have people skills, there are people that lack people skills. I know about that. Avoid going to gatherings where people are. It's just simple like that. As they give you the contract, you just tell the producers that, see, I'm not interested. I lack people's skills. Even if you don't want to tell them that, okay, you lack people's skills, because they'll look at you as weird. Just tell them you don't want to participate, that maybe you're not okay with the ladies. That's all. It's not like you go to a gathering, you now be the all. It's very annoying. If you've ever been in that situation, trust me, you know how it feels. I know somebody that used to do that. Like, when we go out, even with girls that, okay, we're not really close to, everybody's just out chilling, she'll just sit by the corner, giving attitude, pressing her phone, not talking, not participating. The rest of the girls in the group there, they don't know each other. Some of them, some know each other, but everybody's trying to get along, everybody's talking, but you just sit yourself out. You want to make it obvious that there's something wrong with you. You make it obvious that, oh, you're not okay being here. Then just sit in your house. It's not nice. But I believe that her attitude can be fixed. That's if she's not faking it. Because left to me, I believe she knows what she's doing. She just took on the BBN script. She came there to give us bad behavior. So Nigerians will back her up as usual because she's used to, she has seen that play out many times, especially on BBN. People will come with nasty attitude. And what happens? That person with nasty attitude will have the biggest fan base. And what you defend goes to show what you can tolerate and who you are as a person. That means you
Yeah.
can do that. That means that's who you are. So
Yeah.
generally, I'm not bashing her, but that's just my opinion about her. I just hope she changes.
Thank
And even if she
you.
does not change, it's her cup of tea. It's her fans'
Yeah.
cup of tea. But personally, I won't be friends with somebody like that because you can't be giving me headache. I can't be going through life struggles. I'm facing different things, and then I have to tolerate one BS because we are friends. I won't do that to you. Don't do that to me. If you have
Thank you so
issues
much,
like with your
Free.
character, go and work on yourself. It's that easy. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much, Free. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Oh good. Free was just cracking me up. Dupe, please. Let's hear from you. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Okay. Let's hear you.
So good afternoon, everyone. Laura, I don't know whether I'm audible, okay, but um, honestly, the show, when if you follow it from episode 1, you find the kind of Laura's personality among children. And one of the things that struck me was how this must have been her true nature, because consistently she has protected this personality. And so if she's acting it, then she has a bit of that trait in her personality. You know, in everybody's personality, you have some traits. So our own traits in what I could use would be this group of that in the category of agreeableness, those ones that are, the measure of your tendency to be able to respect social harmony and
Mm-hmm.
to be able to respect social harmony, and also to that the trait reflects how you can get along with individuals and also how others can get along with you. So how you can be skeptical, how you can be cooperative with people in your team. If everybody is saying she's a nice person on the social media, she's alone on the social media space. She has not interacted with human beings in the real sense of interaction. So that won't represent a true personality trait. You know, you must be able to work and have human management, like someone said, human management skill for an adult. So if at this level she's struggling with that, thank God that she's just an influencer and she's managing a very minute fraction of crowd or of interaction space. Otherwise, if she's been in an establishment, she will have had a rough career path. There's no way you can fix this kind of personality into a business career path. I mean, To me, she doesn't even have emotional intelligence. To me, as an adult, she expects total loyalty. You should have a space of skeptical reasoning or handling when you have relationship with every other human factor. You don't expect everybody to be at your beck and call. You should be able to manage everything that the world or the system or the relationship presents to you. That is expected of an ideal adult. Now, consistently, she has done all the more she has done. Yes, I agree that she might grow sympathizers and grow her fan base, but that also may not be at her advantage on the long run, because there are so many components of her man, of an adult, that people who look beyond the Nollywood she's doing will be looking for to be able to assign her something major.
True.
She also expects you to be totally loyal to her. If you are my friend, just be with me only. It's not done anywhere. People have best friends. A lot of people do not have best friends. They have acquaintances. They have people they can relate with. Oh, okay, it's happening. Let's go. When you are done, you trash it. You move on. No, you don't expect a personality like Tony, for instance, who deals with everybody, anybody. Tony deals with anybody. I mean, Tony that can find somebody that can put Denrele as a friend, that can bring Iyabo as a close person. You want that person to be loyal to you? That girl doesn't have that kind of time, because number one, our job puts her in position to meet anybody, everybody. And the more she gets along with almost everybody, the better for her business. Tony is a business crazy girl. Sorry, I'm using that word. She's everything she's looking for. Anywhere that legit money can come out, Tony will follow. She's so creative. She's so innovative. Their personalities are not same. So you don't expect that kind of person to see what you are doing that is not okay and want to defend you, because she won't correct. No, she won't take that also. You were rude to somebody openly, and then you want the person to you want to apologize to the person behind the scene. I will also request that for a public apology. And when they ask you, you get offended. Now, she said, let me just bring something in this very last episode that Tony did a birthday for her 45 thing. You are a friend to Tony. You so clog your brain with cobwebs. You were managing something that is giving you pressure. You can't think, you can't plan. Somebody else took it on. Who has a clearer space to bring Tony's husband? You took offense. Who does that? I feel she's just struggling with herself. Like the last speaker said, she's struggling with herself to belong to these people. You know, this group of ladies, in the 5 personality traits, all of them share each of the traits. And when you have them differently in a team, it is going to be a lot of chaos. It is going to be a lot of chaos. I have just said that she is in the agreeableness kind of. Some are extra, in the extraversion kind of personality, and those ones, they are the outgoing, sociable, they are disciplined, energetic. Those are the group of Iyabo. Those are even the group of Chioma to some extent. They are so disciplined, they comport themselves and all of that. Some have stress tolerance trait. Those group of people in stress tolerance trait, Chioma fits into it that as well. So all openness, Tony is in that openness space. So I'm just trying to point out all the personality traits to us, and in all of them they share, if not each of them, a number of them share different personality traits. And when you have it and you have brought them together, if they don't manage it well, this is what you see: chaos. Everybody wants to be the individual that they are. They want to be accepted the way they are. It's not going to work. For Iyabo is, the one thing anybody would do to himself is to have issues with Iyabo. She will tear you into pieces, chew you, and throw you out of the fence. If I don't see Iyabo's matching in this team, I honestly, when I saw her among them, I was wondering why they put her, because you don't want to get into Iyabo's trouble. She'll follow you. The senior ones they keep her at an arm's length, not to talk of these young ones. So they are like, I also agree with the last person. They are afraid to even step on a toe, because only one word you will mention, you will get the whole paragraph. That is Iyabo for you. Now, Chioma, I want to also believe, apart from this component she's doing, Chioma has, she's also living. Laura is living rent free in her brain. The two of them have problems. Honestly, Chioma can she's using her comportment to mask the danger and the trouble she can cause. She's an instigator. She can just say a statement and then she'll back out and be watching. All because she doesn't want to lose her image that she has carved for herself as, oh, foreign, oh, tush, oh, this and that. She will just put you in that slope, push you on the slope, and she'll back out. Honestly, I'm not surprised that as she's fighting with Laura, with Caroline. Much as I don't believe that they plan or they click against Laura, I want to believe that subtle behind their mind, there is a connection to say, let's team up to deal with this girl. The way the two of them have reacted to Laura has excess. You can't exhaust Laura's trouble. You are the one that will complain about everything. That's Laura. You are the one that will take offense that they don't involve you. You are the one, if they involve you, you will be putting it down. Honestly, Laura is too complex. People like that should just walk alone or with just one or two persons. Otherwise, she will put herself in a very, very dangerous mental torture. And that's what we are saying. She's in mental torture. Now, back to Caroline. Caroline, I don't know. Caroline can be fair-minded. She can be fair-minded if she's not triggered. When you look at her word, she said, endow me or so. I can't know, I'm just paraphrasing now. Give me your loyalty and I will grace you with my presence. See, all those words that those guys were saying at their intro statement, some who they have. So Caroline will work with you as much as you keep her at what she's expecting from you. The moment you shift a little bit, she's going to come off. Were you not surprised that she dared Laura? I was honestly surprised. And I wish they beat each other. I want to know who will beat each other more. Shameless adults fighting like that on the international screen. I honestly was wishing that they come closer. I want to see who has the higher strength. So what I'm saying is, to help Laura, 2 or 3 things she can do. It's either she avoids a gathering that she thinks she cannot find her kind of personality embrace, or she just avoids attending things that brings her into the fore where people can storm her up. I mean, somebody invited you. You are asking, I don't have Wi-Fi. I need to talk to my clients. I want to talk to my family. Oh my! I was just seeing a child, elementary school child in Laura. I just pray that there's none of our children that will take that personality trait. That child will not find it easy, because in their world they don't have the kind of patience that we find at our level. They are jet children. They don't have time for anything. Toya is still watching out for her, even when she's behaving. Toya is still managing to go back to her and try to see how she can be comfortable. Nobody has time. So I pray that our children in the real life will not pick any of that trait. It's not healthy. She's going to have a mental breakdown. And also, she's somebody who have enjoyed endorsement from especially her husband and my immediate family. She's somebody that if she has problem with anybody, they are not going to condemn her. They're going to condemn the person that has issues with her. She has enjoyed that with what I have seen. And that's what she's expecting in any of the social environment. It's not going to work. So if she has any reason to sit down and see maybe a psychologist or something, or somebody that can groom her in emotional intelligence manner, she might do well. Otherwise, she's a sweet girl. She can be so sweet. When you see her in that small split second that her head is leveled, you will really like her personality. And that is that. Another person that I honestly don't Mariam can be so sweet.
Hmm.
Mariam is amazing. In fact, among all of them, she has a very sweet heart. I seem to get drawn to her, but she is also someone who can give you whatever you dish out, but she will quickly stabilize. She doesn't lose it. She doesn't. Her personality is very great. She doesn't lose it. Look at how they cheated her when they were assigning the room. Hey, I said, God save Toyin, that it is not Laura that hey, that had that, or even Toyin, or even Iyabo, that they cheated that much. But that girl was just cool. She immediately, well, threw it off and moved on. I honestly like her personality, and I feel if not for this BIH whatever word that she uses, which she also expects people to understand, you can't be using an unacceptable word and you expect them to understand the tone at which you are using it. You will say when you say it this way, it is hard. When you say it this way, it is simple. It is not okay. It is not okay. They don't like it. Somebody like Caroline, because of that, is developing hatred for her, for that very word she uses. And she's not ready to let go. See,
Yeah.
when you have interactions, like I think the directors of this program, they actually screen the real human system and brought out this clash of personality to be able to give us lesson. And honestly, I'm enjoying the Real Housewives of Lagos episode. It's really wonderful. So thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Thank you so much. The came prepared for us today. This psychoanalysis. Lucia was packing me up. Lucia was like, when she agrees, she was like, when she doesn't agree, she was like, Lucia, let it out. Tell us what's on your mind.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy yourself. We'll still be
Thank you.
watching.
I first want to say, in the cast of the Real Housewives of Lagos, obviously it's people who come with different school of thought from different backgrounds, which we appreciate. I want to say this more, especially responding to the people who are saying now Laura is the show and all that. So I'm saying all these women, they are giving us what we want because it's different people, different background, and coming with different school of thoughts. Laura is amongst them. I want to make this disclaimer. Laura, if we should say we talk about Real Housewives of Lagos, and there is no way we cannot talk about her. That one, it has worked for her. Because every episode, there is something about her. But then here is a catch. Always, it's something negative. It's something that is not appreciated at all times. It's something that is provoking other cast members. And to make matters worse, we are not getting anything positive from Laura. From all those the episodes that I've seen, when one of the cast, be it Miriam's dinner, she was negative, and it was a beautiful, positive thing that Miriam did. At the party of Iyabo's daughter, she didn't stay long there. She was all negative and all that. And even saying the food were not nice at this one's party, at Miriam's dinner, she is always having something negative about the beautiful things or the positive things that these ladies are doing. They are all not perfect. They are all not, we don't appreciate each and everything that they do, every episode, even to our favorites. But with Laura, what is it that her faves can give us that is positive that she did, or at least that she supported a fellow woman, a positive thing that she did? Because even her very own friend, is it Toy? She's not showing support to her. No matter how much Toy tries to show her that I'm on your side and this, she will always embarrass her in front of the other ladies and make a fool of her in front of them. So there's nothing positive. So yes, the fact that we talk about her very often, people need to be worried that what is it that we are talking about her, because it's always negative, and negative from what we are seeing. We appreciate ladies like Caroline. She's not perfect. Chioma, she's not perfect. She will come late, but she is also giving us a positive energy as well. There is a negative side of her. Maybe she comes late every time, but she comes there and she doesn't ruin people's parties. But then she avails herself and give us a positive energy. Mariam, for example, she's an all-rounder. That one touches here. I like her as well because she's she's not limited to these two ladies or whatever. I just like it because she's just with everybody and always trying to just Yana and Iyabo. They are playing. They are giving me the same gist. Iyabo and Mariam. They are just all over. And even when Iyabo made that mistake of saying to Caroline, which boyfriend, the ex or the now, I think it was an innocent question, but it was harsh. It was harsh, which I think maybe she realized after that it was harsh. But honestly speaking, the way she said it, you could tell that it's from it just came out. Maybe she just said it out of impulse or whatever, out of curiosity. You understand? Only to find that it's a bit harsh and everybody found it harsh. And it is okay. That is another negative thing that came out, but you can see that it's not planned, it was not rehearsed, and it is not said because she wants to just attack Caroline out of the positive thing that Caroline said or did. Just like Laura will always do. When somebody comes up with something positive, she will want to come and bring something negative. The next thing they are enjoying in that bus, was it a bus? Yes. When they were enjoying, and then the next thing she's sitting in her corner, and then she was telling us that she wants to enjoy and mingle with everybody and all that. Those mood swings, honestly, they are not giving us anything positive about her. I don't know, maybe for her fans, she becomes a brand and they will still support her and all that. But then when you think of Laura, you always think of negative things. And we are not talking about her because we appreciate her or what, but it's because she is that negative energy that will always say, I'm here, you will feel me. Like it or not, I am here. I will always just present myself, believing it or not. So she is just a person. It's not that she's the best thing in the show, but no, she's not. We wish she could just think otherwise, change or whatever, but she's not. But as for being in the show, we congratulate her. Whether it doesn't matter what kind of a job she's doing, I don't judge people by their jobs. She has a reason maybe for not telling us what she is doing, which we should respect. Maybe there is a reason, there is security reasons or ethics, work ethics, where she's working or whatever. But over and above, she is a negative energy. She is doing this show no good.
Thank you so much, Leticia. Thank you so much. I'm going to quickly give the floor to Lovely. Lovely has been here for a bit, and then any other person. Hi, Lovely. Hello. Hi, Lovely. Okay.
Hi, Glory. I would like to say something before I leave.
Oh, sorry, Free. Let's just allow Lovely to quickly, give her own position because she has been here as well.
Okay,
And then once
okay.
she's done, yes, sorry about that. Lovely, are you ready to speak?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, we can hear you.
I know Free's explanation on the line. I don't know if I'm audible.
Okay, you're sounding muffled. Can you release your, I don't know if you're using headphones, but can you release it so that we can hear you clearly?
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm coming. Let me check.
Okay. So if you're using headphones or earpiece, you can free it from you so that it's on its own so you can speak. Hello? Hello? So, okay.
Hello.
So, yeah. Are you ready to speak now?
Yeah, but I'm hearing Free's voice.
Okay, lovely. What we're going to do is sort it out, all right? When you're ready, we'll add you back. I don't know if Free is still here. Free? Oh, okay, she dropped.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Glory.
let's go to Free. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Please go ahead.
I like what Dupe said about Miriam, that Miriam knows how to move on quickly from things. And I forgot to add that I like that about her. And what she also said that if it was Laura that picked that small room, even if it was through that games, trust me, people would have been saying, oh, they can't talk against her. They plan to give her the small room. They plan to do this, they plan to do that. And for those saying, oh, it's just a show, nobody should take it so personal, all of that. It's a show, exactly. That's why we're talking about it. They are cast members, and we are also talking about them and their personalities. You cannot always be overlooking people's behavior, bad attitude. If you have something to justify it with, like Laura's pregnancy, you use that. If they don't have anything to justify it with, they'll say, oh, it's just a show, it's not that deep. It's also deep when you're being a nasty person. It's deep. It's really, really deep. I personally, I won't take it. And people need to know that being uncouth and rude is not realness. That's one misconception that a lot of people have. They believe that when you're ras, you're all over the place, you're aggressive, that's when you're real. It doesn't have to be like that. It's not everybody that's like that. And I'm not talking about the cast that are on the Real Housewives. I know people outside the show, regular friends that are very composed. They will never get out of their character. They are very well put together. They're not ras. They're just, this is how they are. That's how they are. And they've never changed for years. Maybe if people like that go on the show, people will start saying, oh, you're fake. Oh, you're fake. You're not real. Because you're not being ras and you're not being ghetto like the next person. No, know that there are different personality traits, and just because I don't act like you does not mean I'm not real. And people do not have to put up with your BS. Everybody is an adult. Nobody has to put up with that. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ruth. Thank you very much for bringing that up as well. Agnes, you know what? You deserve an award for being the most patient person on this platform. And my sincerest apologies for keeping you till like the last. It's because you were the first to speak, and there were other people that needed to also speak. So we needed to allow them to speak so that you could speak. So thank you so much for exercising patience and waiting. Please go ahead.
It's okay, Glory. My internet is also on and off. That's why I
Yeah.
was praying, please, please, please.
Hmm.
So Caroline as a person, she is interesting. She's one person that will put her issues aside if you're ready to put them out aside.
Hmm.
So people are saying that Chioma is pretending or what and what. Maybe she was just waiting for her time, because we've seen the coming episode. She's really getting physical, eh? So maybe she was just waiting, and Caroline and Chioma, their friendship was kind of, it wasn't genuine, like in a way the way I was seeing it. Because Chioma and Caroline would talk and then get all pumped up. You would think that maybe when Caroline is going to into whatever it is with Laura, Chioma would be like, maybe at least say a word. Don't just be quiet, completely quiet. So the moment that happened, and remember in the first place, Chioma is the one who said that she would actually fight Laura if Laura tried to do something to Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yes, that is the friendship we are looking for. So when the
Mm-hmm.
moment came, Chioma just sat there like a queen. Even queens, like at least they'll use their magic hands that you can't see. We all know, like the Queen of England will do something, whether we are not seeing or what. She will do something. She will not just sit there and be like a queen. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, when I watched that episode, I was like, no, these people are not real friends. They're not
Mm-hmm.
really friends. Because we saw Toy, like, she tried at least to hold on to Laura when she was getting it down with
Yeah.
Caroline. But Choma didn't do anything. So people should not even be surprised. Like, that showed they're not real friends. For
Okay.
me, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for your turn. It was literally showing that Choma is like, your issues are your issues, don't include me. Um,
Yeah.
and then for Laura saying, the excuse people are giving for Laura's behavior, that Toy told her some things about Caroline. Let me give people a scenario. Like, imagine it is Caroline and Toy that are having issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were seated there. Even though in the confessions it was kind of different, but they never got into it. What does it show you? It really shows that their issue was way, way, way behind, and they did not want to bring it back horribly on the show. So they tried. And as a friend, of course, like if you're my friend, I will tell you that, oh, of course, we're going to be in a group with this person, but I'll tell you our history. Me telling you our history is not that I'm telling you to go and attack them. I'm just sharing as a friend that, this person, we had issues, this and that. But if I'm on the show and I don't do anything, what gives you like the audacity to attack the person when me, the owner of the issues, I'm not doing anything? Like how do you fight a battle that I'm not even bringing up?
You
So
know
people
this question you're asking, Agnes, this question you're asking, on Toyin's interview, she mentioned that yes, indeed, although she gave contradictory scenarios. First time she said she didn't say anything to Laura. Later, she said she actually said some things to Laura, but she was not expecting Laura to go and fight for her. What she told Laura, listen, this is a show on a huge platform. Whatever I tell you at your own disposal, whatever you want to do with that information. So it was up to Laura to do whatever. And as you rightly said, Laura was going to fight battles that are not ours because, of course, as she put it, she's a loyal friend. Yeah. And anyways, yeah. That was what Caroline rather Twin said. That was what Twin
Yeah,
said.
so people should really stop basing on Toy, like Toy did first Laura to no. Toy just shared an information with Laura because they were close. So she was like kind of, you don't you're going to a group, so you're letting someone who is close to you know about something that happened with the other lady, but she's not asking you to attack that person because she did not tell you that they are fighting or whatever. If they were still fighting at that moment, you would think like, okay, maybe I see where she's coming from. But Toy did not even confront Caroline, not even once, that Laura was coming to defend or to chip in. So I don't see that as a valid point to make that it is because of Toyin that Laura. Me, the only issue I saw, it was Laura has this thing that if someone is fighting my family, then I have to fight them back. But you have to look at the point where the other person is coming from. The only main issue was that Laura's sister was having issues with Caroline. And every time she would bring up that, oh, my sister this, my sister that, she did not at any point say, oh, you did this to Toy. If she had used anything in that line, I would be like, okay, now she's defending like the friend. But she clearly said it is her sister where all these things are coming from. So people should really I don't think it is fair to put a blame on Toyi that she said something, so Laura was acting up. She decided to do that because of her sister.
Thank you very
And
much, Agnes.
yeah,
Thank you
and
very
also
much.
I want to commend Mariam because remember when she came in, we expected her to be like boom, boom, boom with Laura. I thought to be like Buzz Boys, like from the beginning, but she's kind of just a sweetheart, though she goes off quickly if you trigger her, but she comes back on board again. I'm also trying to show that people who are also saying that, oh, Laura had gotten into a fight with Caroline or something. Chioma had issues with Laura, but she did not even act in a certain weird way towards her. She just got over it and moved on, pushed it like it's okay. So people should first look at things in also like the visible way. Don't look at the the side way, like trying to validate something. Look straight
Thank
to
you.
their characters. If Caroline can sit next to Toy and they don't even get into any altercation, it means Laura has no reason. Not even because of her sister. She's not supposed to act like that. Because
Very true.
also
Very true.
I've been watching reality shows like Real Housewives. I've watched all the franchise, like Atlanta, Portland, all of them. But there is always that person, Laura, though Laura is taking it to the other level. There is always that character. So the
Yeah.
producers really know what they are doing. If you
Yeah.
follow some of the other shows, there are really such people. And then for Toy, I'll give like the most famous character, that is Candy on Atlanta Housewives. She is a friend with everyone. If you have issues, she will not even give it energy. You have issues,
Actually,
yes,
you
for
have to round off. You have to round off because we have like people here that they've been going on and
oh, okay,
on.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, thank you. So me, I'm waiting for the fight between Choma and Caroline. But I'm sure, I'm sure, Caroline must have said one word that either Caroline or Choma gave out a point that was not even supposed to be given out in their.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Agnes. I wish we still have more time, but we need to give the floor to someone else. Lovely has left, but we have let me just say Offish here. Hi, can you hear us? Hello? Offish, you have to unmute yourself. Okay, I guess that's all. Anyways, guys, lovely. I am so sorry. You were supposed to be the next person to speak, but you're not here now. But that would be that. Guys, thank you all so much. We've actually said a whole lot. We've said a whole lot. So all that's left. Oh, I think Lovely is back. Oh, okay, okay. Lovely, is this you?
Hello, can you
Hello?
hear me?
Is this Lovely?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, is this Lovely?
It's echoing, so I don't know if you can hear me very well.
Oh, yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, go ahead and speak. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm trying to make a speculation from, do the viewers know that Linda had a problem with those women?
Who?
Linda, Laura's sister.
If she has a problem with all the women?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Now, yes, I've been making blogs in this day. Now, from what I've seen from more than 10 years ago, I'm starting from there.
Okay. Lovely. You have to speak with clarity, okay, so that we can follow what you're saying. Okay.
Okay.
See, now that you just spoke, you're very audible, crystal clear. So please continue like that so that we can hear you. Hello? Lovely. Okay, guys, you know what? That it's really sad that we can't really hear her. I mean, she had some hot tea to come and spill. Gee! Now, wow. Anyways, we're going to have more conversations about this in this new week. But I really want to thank all of you for your audience, for your joining, for your attention. You all are the realest MVPs. I see that a lot of you had engagement for 6 p.m. You all were here. Thank you all so much. You are just amazing people. Dupe Omiwade, thank you so much. I understand your schedule is really, really tight, but you still made that time to join us. Thank you all so much. Emanuela, Free. Oh my God, I'm always excited when you all come on here. Lutricia, thank you so much. There was T, there was Oh my God, I can't even remember the names of the people that joined, but they are all here, and I know you all know yourselves. Thank you all so much for joining to share your amazing perspective about the Real Housewives of Lagos. And once again, for the 100th time, I want to put out this disclaimer that we are not judging these characters, these women, based on personal knowledge. I don't know if any of you here know them personally. I don't. We are judging the show, analyzing the show based on what we are shown, episode by episode. And also, everybody should understand that people's perspective is different. People's interpretation of every episode of the show is quite different. And that is why we have conversations like this, okay? And I want to also appreciate the fact that for everybody that spoke on here today, nobody clapped down on anybody's opinion. That shows a high level of maturity on this channel, and I appreciate all of you for that. Thank you all so much. For those of you who were engaging in the comment section, oh my days, the comment section is insane right now. I was just passionately going through the comments. It's been amazing. Deborah, it was really sad that you came on here to speak virtually, but you were not able to join. That is really sad. Your comment in the comment section has been really exciting, interesting. I was really looking forward to hearing you speak. Yes. Pious, I'm looking forward to the day that you will finally grace this channel with your voice. I really want to hear from you. A lot of you all on there. Official Lems, God, you know yourself. I really wanted to hear from you. You felt that Free hated Laura. Once again, nobody hates anybody here. We're simply analyzing the show. So overall, thank you all so much for joining this conversation. And let me remind you all that our FSWG live stream that we do like this, it happens on this channel, Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah, every Saturday, 3 p.m. WAT. Okay. What we're doing here this evening, this Sunday evening, we're doing it because we could not have this conversation yesterday. Yesterday, we analyzed the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion show. And today we analyzed the Real Housewives of Lagos. So we do this from time to time. So our surest days is on Saturdays. Then when we have an alternative day is when there's more things to talk about. We just look for another day in the week, to make up for conversations we did not have on Saturday. And then, of course, I drop videos on this channel every day. So all of that said, thank you all so much. If this is your first time coming across this kind of content, coming across my video, coming across my channel, thank you so much for clicking to join it, for clicking. I think I'm hungry. Thank you all so much for clicking to join the conversation. Thank you all. But please do not forget to hit the red subscribe button to become a part of this family. Please, all right? Join the family. Join the family. Join the family. And there's something exciting happening on here. Guys, I don't know how many of you know this, but do you know that if you become a member of this channel, I can actually feature you on this channel? There's a way I'm going to see. It's like when you go to somebody's house, yeah, you don't know if that house belongs to the person or if the apartment belongs to the person until you see the person's photograph on the wall, right? So I'm going to do that with you all. So if you want that, if you want people to know that, yes, you're a proud member of FSWG, Francis Speaking with Glory Elijah, you see that join button that is right beside the subscribe button. It's called the channel membership button. You click on that and you're able to join. There are 3 levels, or is there 2 levels to join my channel, right? So there's classic, there's premium. Pick anyone that you like. The likes of Dupe Omiwade, Lutricia, and others, they are already members of this channel. Okay, honorable members. So if you want to become an honorable member of this channel, of this family, kindly join this family, and your label, your frame will be proudly displayed at the doorpost of this channel. Guys, you might not be able to visualize it, but trust me, it's something you just might want to jump on. Okay, what else is there to say? Listen, I'm wishing all of you the most favorable, the most excited, the most blessed new week this new week. In Nigeria, I think tomorrow is a public holiday, so you all make sure you have fun with your friends and loved ones. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Oh, and about the channel membership, guys, listen, don't look at the amount that is there to join. All right, it goes a long way to support this channel in buying data, in paying for some certain subscriptions here and there. So it's always welcome. All right. That is your own way of contributing and supporting this channel. And please, it is not by force. It is if you like. All right. It's if you like. So as the spirit leads, if it touches you, you can join this channel's membership. And subscription to this channel is free. Subscribing to this channel is completely free. Please, it's free. It's only the channel membership that just has one or two, demands here and there. But all of that said, all of you, please enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Have an amazing, amazing day. Have a fantastic Monday and a new week as well. And I hope that all of the odds be in your favor, that this new week favors you. I think I'm tired now. Let me just stop talking. Have an amazing new week. Okay? Have an amazing new week. Bye. Hey, stop right here. Don't go anywhere. You are especially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah, and this right here is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. I give detailed analysis of reality TV shows like Big Brother. Hey, stop right here. Don't go anywhere. You are especially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah, and this right here is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. I give detailed analysis of reality TV shows like Big Brother Naija, like Nigerian Idols, like The Voice Nigeria. Basically any reality TV show that actually interests you, it automatically becomes my interest as well. I literally carry on from my head. I give detailed analysis, I give detailed reviews. I run commentaries also because I want us to have fun. I want us to catch cruise. I want us to, vibe to stuff like that. And reality TV shows are not the only kind of content that I put out on my channel. I also do movie reviews. So you see this Glory Elijah of a girl, she's a very, very boring sport. Guys, for real. I am super, super boring. However, whenever I feel like passing my time, just having my own fun, chilling, being in a zen mode, I catch up on movies, which I find very, very interesting or exciting. But also, guys, I love reviewing those annoying ones because, hey, we have to call them out. You cannot come and waste my data. You cannot come and waste my precious time watching some really annoying movies. And I also talk about trending social topics because, of course, this life has to be balanced, okay? It's not all about entertainment and fun all the time. We also need to talk about those serious issues that concerns me, also concerns you as well. You're about to have a blast on this channel. I also share my life experiences from time to time. Yes, that is when people ask me to talk about it, but people don't ask me to talk about it. Sometimes I do not feel the need to talk about it. I like keeping my private things private. But once again, you are welcome to my YouTube channel, and as I told you before, you are in the right space. Trust me, you will be so addicted to this channel. People are going to be asking you, what's happening with you? Are you okay? And hey, don't forget to turn on post notification, all right? That is the best way for you to always receive alerts of my videos. So you see what I'm doing on my screen right now, just do exactly that, and you'll be cool.